Get a notification for ours?
No, no, not yet.
What?
It takes a couple seconds. It takes a minute.
Has to be instantaneous.
Has to be instantaneous. I'll let you know the second I get it.
Okay.
Maybe a couple seconds later. I mean, I could go on the app and load it right now if you want me to.
Well, I just did.
Or I could wait for the notification to tell me.
One thing I don't like about Twitch, I guess Twitch, yeah, like for like tags, like people like search up, like you can't choose, like you can't type specific things. You gotta like do like what ones they've made, and it's like one's called like mixed reality, one's called shopping, ballroom dance. Like what is this? Like I don't get this.
Is ballroom dancing big on Twitch?
I have
That's
no brick building is a thing.
oh, like Legos.
Yeah, yeah, but those traditional dance, sit and go.
Sit and go. What does that
I have
mean?
no idea.
Goku for Smash.
There's some, permadeath, retro illustration. Okay, there's some good ones.
Now here's why Goku should be in Smash Bros. We gotta have something
Around us.
if it's not too much. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Something saying that we're talking about Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z Q&A.
Like just finished first watch Dragon Ball Z. I don't know, or like first time DBZ fan.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, I got a notification for
Colin's Pizza.
me.
I'm an anime weeb now.
Yeah, you are.
I know Japanese. Konnichiwa.
Nani?
Oh wait, we're live. I should be careful with all the dumb stuff I say.
First time Dragon
I've
Ball Z.
only like I say the dumbest stuff when I'm live. It's just
I'm trying to hide. Okay, so the chat's hidden. I can't see the chat.
okay. Let me text Justin. I was like, Kamisha, it was so funny because Kamisha's like, when the Smash reveal happened, she's like, don't text Colin, he's at work. But Kamisha's looking out for you.
Oh, thanks, Kamisha. I'm glad you're negative, Bo. That's awesome. That's good. You're not dead.
Oh yeah.
You're not
I
dead.
mean,
Like I was so worried, like I would just like stumble upon it today. I just figured it would happen. I'm so glad it didn't though. Cause like I really like, I like this. I'm very excited.
Oh, the Smash reveal. Dude,
yeah.
The worst thing. I was at work, and I told everyone, say, hey. And I was just being silly because I knew none of them actually cared. They're not gonna watch Dragon Ball Z, the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, nobody watched the Direct, but one guy did have a Switch, and so he was kind of curious. He liked Smash Bros. So I'm at my lunch break. I'm currently watching it.
Oh.
And he just, as I watch the Direct, walks up. Yo, did you hear Banjo's in Smash?
Oh.
It's like, what? No, I haven't gotten there. And I told him earlier in the day, if you hear anything, you see anything, don't tell me. And he walks up to me a couple minutes later. Yo, you hear Breath of the Wild 2 is a thing? I was like, are you?
Dude,
nah!
this guy's a bully. Beat him up.
This is about Kai, not Z, right? Nope, this is about Z only. But Justin, first, Colin, you can't see chat, right?
No, I'm not seeing any chat.
Okay. Colin has not seen the Smash reveal yet. So we are going to show it to him.
So if you share your screen, can I hear it?
I'll unplug it and I'll turn it up. So yeah, you should be able to
kids at school can hear what their teachers show them on the videos when they share the screen. I guess I can hide the text while we watch it, I guess. Dragon Ball Z discussion.
Well, I'm gonna put it full screen, dude.
Yeah, so I don't want the text.
I don't know.
I don't want the text to be on it. Yeah. Ooh.
It was lame. I don't know who it is or what game. Yeah, dude, I don't either.
Don't say a thing, please.
Yeah, I need to be careful what I say.
Like, if it's like a character I have no idea, like, you are totally called that.
So, Colin.
Okay.
I don't know if you've been following any of these Smash rumors or whatever.
I have not. I was like,
what do you think?
So like my initial reaction this morning to like the picture was like an orange background. I'm like, this has to mean something, but I have no idea. Like the only orange character.
What do you mean there was an orange background and what?
Like this morning there's a picture with the Smash letter with the orange background behind it. It was like I'm like, okay, orange, maybe Crash. I don't know. Like I have like like people were saying Doom Guy, Crash, some other name. I think it was a B. It wasn't Byleth, but I don't know. But I have no idea. Like, Obama, Kanye West, Justin.
Dude, maybe.
Reggie, an actual Reggie character would be awesome.
An actual Reggie character?
Yeah.
Would you really want Reggie in Smash?
Definitely. I want him back in Nintendo. Is that Kamisha saying Reggie?
Colin can hear you. She loves Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Who doesn't?
Well, I mean, sure, who doesn't? But it's just so funny to me. Okay, close your eyes. Well, do you have anything else you want to say? You have any? Who's your guess? Give your guess.
I have no, because like I have no idea because they're like Terry Bogard. I had no idea who that was.
I think you might actually not know who this guy. Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. So, Tingles. Go with Tingle. Go on Tingle and Smash.
Dude, my dad works for Nintendo. He gives me those leak pictures.
Tingle.
Well, let's just show you, okay?
Cut my eyes out.
Yes. Wait. I don't think there's anything on here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I don't think there's anything on the screen that will tell you what it is.
Looks like is it a cool like trailer?
It's a cool trailer.
Sweet.
3 minutes long.
Sweet.
All right, reveal thyself. Reveal your eyes.
Can I open my eyes now?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. How's the stream look? Is the stream see it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's laggy. Okay. Alright, there's a normal thing. I can't hear it, but that's like World of Light. Okay, this is looking real. No, I can't hear it.
Okay.
Close my eyes?
Yeah, close your eyes. I mean, I don't think you have to close your eyes, but...
No, that's the suspense. I remember in high school I had a friend who was like a big Reggie guy. He always said, like, my body is Reggie.
My body is Reggie.
It's hilarious. So it's like is it an anime character? Is it Naruto? Is it Goku? Please say it's Goku.
It's SpongeBob.
Oh, okay.
Okay. If this, I'm gonna find a solution.
Is it another Fire Emblem character?
Colin, if it was another Fire Emblem character, we wouldn't be doing this.
That's a very good point.
That's a very two.
That's a very good point.
Okay.
Good.
I have the audio on my phone.
Synced up with it?
And we're going to press play at the same time on both.
Cool. I'm ready.
You can open your eyes.
Okay, wait. Let me orient. Okay, go. I think it's like frozen on my thing. Oh, that's why. 1 second. Okay. Go. Sorry. Go. All right. That is in sync. Let's turn up. Okay.
You hear it?
Yeah, I hear it, yeah. Okay, so there's Shulk, Rosalina, Zelda, Mewtwo. Cool, Mewtwo. Dude, Hero!
Well, they added Dragon Quest Hero.
Yeah, Hero!
To this cutscene.
Yes! Like Pit. Cool, Pit. Okay. Is it a Pit character? Or I mean, Kid Icarus, I mean? No. Oh, Sonic's there. Good. He plays Master Hand now. What is going? What the heck happened? What? Was that? Is that the character?
This is so.
What is? Who the heck is this guy? Wait. Oh, wait, is this guy from like Final Fantasy?
Yeah, dude. This guy is like.
Cool. What is happening? Oh my goodness, Flame. What is happening?
You know you're a bad guy when they start singing your name in the song. Like.
Well, I can't really hear it, but
Uh,
I hear like quietness, like, but it's like not like, clear audio. This is awesome though. This is so this is a sword dude. Is it like a katana? What is happening? That's a long sword. My goodness. He has wings? What is happening? Oh my goodness. That, oh my goodness. Oh.
what a cop out, Nintendo.
Seriously. Like, they didn't cop out with Ridley.
I know, right? When Luigi straight up, his ghost comes out of his body.
Yeah. This is so cool.
This thing, okay. And I haven't even played Final Fantasy VII, like,
same here.
long enough to get
I haven't played it ever.
That part, whatever, to get to. Oh, there's more?
Wait, what?
There's still 20 seconds, man.
It's like a new cloud form or like costume. That doesn't look. That sort of look familiar.
Yeah, he holding a different sword.
Yeah. What is
I don't know what
happening?
that's supposed to be.
Does he have a cool boss fight mode? What is that?
No idea.
So is he like the Final Fantasy VII final boss?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I know him.
I can't hear you. Oh, there you go. Wait.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know that guy because he's a secret boss in Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
And like it's the hardest fight in the game. He has like one hit kill moves and like all this crazy stuff. And like, yeah, dude, he's just like this brutal guy who just stabs and kills everyone. I literally like jumped out of my seat because I was like, "There's no way, no way!" And then when when he's holding up Mario and it's just Mario stabbed through, that was so cool.
Oh my goodness, that is actually really cool. I didn't even think another Final Fantasy character would happen. Like I
didn't. I don't think they needed it. Honestly, like I prefer maybe a first party Nintendo, but
like
I thought it was still pretty cool trailer
I don't
at least.
think I have any expectations of who I want. Like so like Waluigi and Tingle. Like, but other than that, it's like I don't know. I don't think Doom Guy is gonna be in this.
I'd rather have this guy than Doom Guy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Master Chief is in Fortnite. So
let's see. Looking at the chat, Justin says this is about Kai, not Z, right? Bye. It was lame. I don't know who it is or what game. I have one episode of Hunter x Hunter left. Dude, my dad works for Nintendo. He gave me those leak pictures. Nate should get an actually microphone for Christmas. Kanye West.
My microphone's great. You can hear everything I have to say.
I don't know what I sound like.
I don't either. So whatever.
So let me get those. Let's see. Dragon Ball Z.
That trailer's so cool.
Dragon Ball Z. Get Colin's microphone. It's a
microphone?
Blue Yeti. Blue Yeti.
Can I have it, Colin?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
You can get a Blue Snowball. It's a cheaper version.
Can I have it?
I don't have one.
You can buy it for me?
Ty has one.
Okay. All right. I feel like I'm on Xbox 360 party chat. Oof.
So Dragon Ball Z, or should we talk about the Smash character?
I don't know. Talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Well, this is for you because you just watched. Did you finish the last episode?
I finished the last episode. So here's what I want to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna push you to the side.
Push me away.
I'm gonna pull up on my screen, and you can pull it up on yours if you want it for reference. an episode list.
Okay.
So I want the name of each episode because it's an anime. The names usually tell you exactly what the heck is going on.
That's true.
And so I want just to be able to jog my memory. So lame how the king died and how Gon found Jing. What do you mean it's lame how the king died? No way! That was so... Dude, that was like the moment of the anime. They should have played the credits, like a movie credits after that. It is a little weird how he finds No from the poison. Oh, I don't know if I remember that. What poison? He died from getting poisoned? I don't know. But the like girl he befriends, like all that stuff, so cool. Okay. Guys, when the chairman fought him, it was cool, or whatever you said, dude. But yeah, when the chairman was fighting him, dude, that was legit. Like, isn't there like a 10-minute scene of the chairman as like a young man, like just standing there and he learned like the 1,000 punches and by like punching one like 10,000 times every day. That's such a bizarre show. Okay. The royal guards let him eat them and he was revived. Yeah, that was... Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, he died. It was so cool. Yeah. But they do have a great send-off for the king, for sure. I think, dude. And that, so the Hunter x Hunter you're watching now is actually like a remake, I think, of like an original like 90s one. Yeah, it was kind of weird how they brought him back. They brought him back, honestly, just so you could have like more scenes with the girl. But the original Hunter x Hunter anime doesn't even have the Chimera Ant arc, which is like...
Wait, what?
Coolest arc. By the way, the main bad guy dies. The good guy wins.
Wait, what?
I'm not going to tell you how, because how they do it is really cool.
Do they do a father-son Kamehameha?
Cooler.
Oh, really?
Or at least more depressing.
Oh, that's sad. I think Connor's explained to me how it happens, but...
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Right? To show that didn't have much history with up until last year. Well, as a kid, growing up, I knew about it. You the Chimera is like the worst arc in my opinion? You, Justin, no way. I actually think the video game one, the Greed Island, is really good. It is kind of too long. It honestly feels almost like two arcs, like the stuff with Kite, and then what they're talking about, like the stuff with Kite, and then like once the king goes and leaves their first like anthill, that kind of almost feels like two arcs, but like pre-king and post-king.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
My wife just said 420 for some reason.
I've never played. I never watched Hunter.
She's on episode 420.
I don't think I'll ever watch it. Maybe I will one day. I don't know.
Colin's muted, so I have no idea what he's saying to me.
I was saying I've never seen Hunter x Hunter. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Anyways, that's all we're here to talk about.
We're here to talk about Dragon Ball Z, because Nathaniel has finally finished Dragon Ball Z after all this time.
It is a show I've known my whole life. I grew up knowing about the show. The show is so big, you could recognize the characters. You know the name Goku. You know the term Super Saiyan. But what I really was, my brother got the video games. Okay, my older brother got Dragon Ball Z Budokai on the PS2, and that game has a great story mode, and it has some really cool cutscenes that none of the other Budokai games have. Sadly, and it's a huge letdown because they're really good, especially for PS2, and it tells you the story fairly well through the Cell Saga. And but it's the Cliff Notes version, right? You know, it's like when you didn't read the book, but you read the Cliff Notes, so you know the plot and you know what happens, but like you don't know all the good details. And then I played Dragon Ball Budokai 2. And I remember playing this with my brother. I really liked it because it was 2 players, so me and my brother could play at the same time. It was this super weird board game aesthetic where you would like move your pieces around the board and you could choose to fight or you could choose to dig and or like go for an item or look for a Dragon Ball. Very weird. And very bizarre. And my brother would always get so upset because it tells the story horribly. Like Frieza comes down to Earth with Vegeta and what's Nappa, and my brother was like, Frieza was never on Earth. He was never there. What are they doing? And I'm like, shut up. It's your turn. Like, just play the game. And then it does the Buu saga in that game. And so, but it does it worse, and it's like this is really bad. But I did when I got into like 4th and 5th grade, I started to go to the library more because I didn't want to go to the Boys and Girls Club after school, because if I went to the library, I could play more RuneScape on the computers. I'd get more RuneScape time. But when I wasn't on the computers, I was reading books. And then my brother introduced me to manga. And so I started reading Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z manga. But these are from the library. So I'd have to read whatever volume they had. So I didn't like start from the beginning, and I didn't necessarily read them in order. I would just be like, oh, I haven't read this one, pull it out and read it. So I got some of the Buu saga from that too. But realistically, I didn't know much about it until last year. Colin let me borrow his Dragon Ball Z Blu-ray box set.
It's right there.
Oh yeah, I see.
You see in the camera right there.
And that started this long journey.
Very long journey.
Took over a year. So I watched on your Blu-ray set. I watched all of the Frieza stuff, and into the Android saga, and then I
took a hiatus.
And then I just was like, I could watch Cheers for the 2nd time. Watch How I Met Your Mother for the 4th time. I rewatched Cheers. Yeah. And like I just started watching all of these other shows, and it's just because it wasn't streaming. I couldn't watch it in the shower. You know, I put my phone up and like hope it doesn't fall and die. And so then I got a couple free months of Funimation from Xbox. They're like, dude, you have Game Pass, you can get free Funimation. And so I was like, this is my time. This is it right now. And so the last couple months, I picked it up and I watched up to the end, all 291 episodes. And now we're here to talk about every episode.
Every episode.
It's going to be an 8-hour live
including the Garlic Jr. arc.
That's actually the only thing I skipped.
Don't worry. It's
I skipped another episode of filler, I think.
The robot?
But like, yeah. I skipped when Robot...
Gohan?
Wait, Robot Gohan?
No, Gohan. Like, Gohan with the robot.
No, I watched that.
Okay, what
one? It's bad. Actually, I don't remember that one being a terrible episode, but it was just...
What's the one?
When they bring back the guy from Dragon Ball. And he's
Mercenary Tao?
Tao, yeah.
There's like 2 episodes with him in the filler between.
Watch Kai, it skips the trash for you. Honestly, Justin, there's not many filler episodes, okay? But here's the thing. There's still a lot of filler in Dragon Ball Z. Those fights go on way too long, and like there's like a whole episode of like, okay, in the last episode, he says he's going to do this crazy move, and then it takes 3 episodes to do that crazy move.
Well.
So,
yeah.
That's sometimes. So wait, Justin, did you really not know about Super Saiyan until you got to that point? Like you never saw blonde Goku? I find that hard to believe.
The long fight like Dragon Ball though? It's true.
I guess. Dragon Ball, okay, let me sum up Dragon Ball.
Okay.
It is a show only about the fights.
Okay.
It tends towards the end. It gets more relationship heavy and like it gets really cool, and Goku becomes like an actually good person. Well, I mean, he's still a good person, but he becomes way more likable, I think.
Yeah, wait till Dragon Ball
But
Super.
but like it's all about the fight. Every arc is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Well, especially the Boo and the Cell saga.
Yeah.
But it's just, hey, there's this new bad guy. Go punch him. And that's the whole show. That's the whole show. And I know that's most anime, but there's no other problems than like what their fists can solve.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But sometimes those fights go on for too long. I watched DBZ Kai for the first time in second grade on Nicktoons when new episodes came out every week. That's awesome. That's really cool. There was one note that I took.
Ooh, let's hear it.
And I wanted to say, I didn't want to forget, so I'm glad.
Yeah, I didn't really make notes for this. I'm just a really big Dragon Ball Z fan because it's the best anime of all time.
Oh, okay. We'll get to the end at the end. Okay, let's start. You want to start at episode 1?
Sure. So episode 1,
Okay.
the Rival of Raditz or the new threat.
I did watch Dragon Ball a couple years ago.
Good show.
Really liked it. Really liked Dragon Ball. Very good show. And so the transition from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z is pretty good. You know, it just starts off. He's just hanging out. He has the Nimbus, and he's playing around with Gohan. You see them as like living together. It was pretty good. And then they all go to Master Roshi's house.
Yeah, they're like it was just like a reunion, just to hang out.
Krillin's there and all that. Launch is there. Don't forget about Launch.
Toriyama.
And it's a fun first episode where they're all hanging out, and then what happens? Raditz shows up. And it's funny because in the beginning of the show they still have this kind of prejudice against Piccolo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he was the bad guy. He tried to kill them.
He was the bad guy, and they didn't know whether he was friendly or not. And so that was a good thing the first couple episodes do is they make Piccolo like, okay, we're gonna reluctantly work together, and then like he's like, okay, I need you to train Gohan. It's like, whoa, and then like he does a good job. Yeah, the whole Raditz thing. It's funny because again, my only memory of Dragon Ball Z was the video games. We made so much fun about Raditz because he's the easiest fight in the whole game. He's the first fight you do.
Yeah.
And so we were always like, Raditz is so weak. I'm not going to play as Raditz. So in the show, it's funny when he's like the strongest thing and the whole scouters and everything. It's kind of cheesy.
Yeah. All the scouters.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, like they're like power levels like were put in just to show like how dumb they were, like, cause like
that I know. I think they started off serious.
Well, yeah, but like
and
later on, it's like like it's like we can't really like judge them on their power level because it's like they can hold it like go up and down.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
You know how some anime.
Yes.
There are some writers. They plan out everything. And they're like, dude, I'm not planning out the first book. I'm planning out the next several books. And like they have backstories for each characters and they know everything about everything. Yeah. This guy is not that.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
He is. You can tell that he's just going for it. This sounds like a good idea. Okay, and then he's like, you know what? That wasn't a good idea. Let's just forget about it.
Well, when it came to the Android saga, the main villains were supposed to be the like 19 and 20, like the Clown and Denjiro. Then, like, people were like, his advisors were like, no, we don't like that. Then it was 17, 18, like, no, we don't like that. Then it was Cell. It was like,
is that why the Android saga is the worst one?
What?
Like, the Android saga is the worst one?
Because, like, they kept saying, yeah, they're not threatening enough. We need something more threatening. So then he made Cell. And then we want to, then, like, his favorite form of Cell is second form. But they preferred the third form. And it's just,
wow.
Yeah. That's what happens when that, yeah. So, yeah, he didn't plan it at all. Like, down the line.
Justice says the best cliffhanger ever is when Goku turned Super Saiyan Kai because the narrator is better. Says, when are you watching Super? After this. Probably tonight.
Whoa, what about GT?
Okay. No, I have to watch that after chronologically, dude.
That is true. That is very true.
Okay, so Piccolo Goku holds him. Piccolo kills Goku.
Yeah.
The first of many deaths. Dude, I know it's all dubbed on Hulu. I'm gonna watch it. Pretty good opening. It's a cool opening that your character dies in the beginning of the show. That's pretty cool.
Oh, Goku's always dead.
What follows after? Not very good.
Snake Way.
The training when Gohan is with Piccolo, good. When Gohan is not with Piccolo,
not so good. By himself.
There's a good running gag. I like how he has a sword for some reason. But there's a good running gag with like a T-Rex.
Yeah.
And like he just keeps chopping off more of his tail whenever he gets hungry.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. That's a good running gag. Oh my gosh, Snake Way is the worst though. I almost stopped watching Dragon Ball Z.
It is pretty bad.
Oh, Dragon Ball Z does not have a good opening. The first couple episodes are good, and then it just becomes, oh my gosh, Gohan like when Gohan transforms into the monkey, and Piccolo has to like figure all that stuff out. Like rips his tail off. Good stuff. Mm-hmm. He never regrows back his tail, by the way.
Yeah, like the whole like tail, like science, like all that.
And then, they never even explain how Goku. They just says, oh, it didn't grow back.
No, in Dragon Ball, he said he got permanently removed when he was on Kami's Lookout.
Got it. But there's just so many episodes of just him running on Snake Way. Oh, I'm just reading. I forgot about this.
What?
He's on Snake Way and he like hallucinates that there's a castle or something.
Oh, Princess Snake?
Can't believe I forgot about that. That's so bad. Oh my gosh. And then when he falls off Snake Way.
Oh, he has to go back.
So bad. Oh my gosh. It's like 10 episodes of Snake Way. And then he falls off. And like, it's not balanced. Those episodes are not balanced. Because the stuff with Gohan is interesting at first, but then it stops becoming interesting. And so you just have the A story and the B story are just so bland. But don't worry, Dragon Ball Z gets better. So we're skipping all the way. We're skipping. So he gets to King Kai, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting. It's pretty good. King Kai is kind of weird. I like King Kai. He learns Kaioken. There's an awkward episode. I thought I skipped an episode. Because there's an episode where like it's like, oh, Goku, the announcer's like, the narrator, Goku has been training hard and learning lots of stuff. And then it shows pictures of him training that never happened in the show. And I'm just sitting there like, did I skip an episode? What's going on, man?
What they should have done is like, do less of Snake Way and do more of the training with King Kai.
What did I call it? Kaioken.
It's Kaioken. Well, it's pronounced both ways. People pronounce it both ways. It's whatever.
Kaioken.
Okay, it's like King Kai. It's not like King K. It's King Kai. Kaioken.
Kaioken.
Then call him King K. King Kai.
I always read it as Kaioken. I don't know.
It's fine. I've heard it like that a lot.
King K. Yeah. Is it King K Fist? King Kai Fist? I don't know.
Dude, when did you even watch the show?
Whatever.
I've heard like Kaioken. Yeah, just whatever.
Why does he have like a friend named Gregory? What's someone who...
What's wrong with Gregory? What's wrong with Gregory? Bubbles and Gregory. What's...
That's bizarre.
I think that's just like... That's pinnacle Toriyama right there. This weird like Gregory and Bubbles.
King Kai is just kind of a weird guy. And he's got a weird voice, but I don't know. He grows on you and you like him.
It's the voice of Goku.
Is it really?
Yep.
But King Kai definitely grows on you.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And you like it. Rewatch the series, then try this again. Okay, all right.
Go for it. Do it. I have Blu-rays.
Okay, so while Goku's training, what happens, Colin?
So, like, which part? Like, what do you mean?
When Goku's training on King Kai planet, what's happening on Earth?
Oh, what's happening on Earth? Let's see. Well, like, are you talking about when he finishes his training? Are you talking about Vegeta and Nappa?
Yeah, Vegeta and Nappa show up, okay?
So Vegeta and Nappa show up, as Goku's like finishing up his training, but King Kai is like forgets to take the time to count. He has to go back on Snake Way. So yeah, Vegeta and Nappa show up. They basically destroy a city when they land, and they have to go.
There's actually wait, pause. There's actually a cool episode before they get to Earth, right? Where they're at a different planet and they're killing it.
Yeah.
Cool episode. Good introduction to your villains. I liked that episode. Anyways, continue. Actually, that episode is really cool because it's like really dark when they're on that planet, and it's like black and red, and there's this smoke, and it's just total destruction. Go on.
Yeah. And we can bring that in later in the Buu Saga stuff. But yeah, going on. So they land on Earth. They're looking for Kakarot. Because, you know.
Who's Kakarot?
Who's Kakarot? Let me tell you.
Kakarot is.
That is Rad's brother. Carrot. No, so yeah, it's Goku saying named Kakarot, and he hit his head and forget everything. But okay, so they land on Earth. They're looking for Goku, but then you got the Earth's defenders, the Z fighters, as they never call them. They call them once.
Only the narrator. Only the narrator ever calls them.
I think Gohan said it one time in a dream during the Cell Saga.
Justin asked the real question: DBZ or Naruto?
Oh,
and you know what? I saved that to the end. Save that to the end.
Save it to the end. Because I really want to know about.
I'll compare those two.
I want to save it.
Those are my two. Those are the two best. Well, I don't know. I
want to save it. Okay, so they get there. Then they're like, but before they actually fight, they use the Nappa has the Cybermen, which are like little like plant thing people.
He plants them,
which are like as strong as Raditz apparently.
So okay, Dragon Ball Z is very kind of video gamey.
Okay.
Because and again maybe because I'm relating it to the game. Cybermen are good video game bad guys. Like think of a video game. They always have the minions or the mini bosses before you fight them, or like the mini boss that becomes standard enemies. You know, like that's a very video game trope. And the Cybermen feel very much like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that's like a good way to get like all the fighters a chance to fight. Let me get to that. So they're waiting. You know, they all meet up. Piccolo, Gohan. You know, they Krillin, Tien, and Chaozu. And Yamcha, and then they go up to fight, and like I forgot, like Krillin's gonna go up first, and Yamcha's like, "No, I got this."
Yamcha goes up. This is probably the last time Yamcha fights the whole show.
No, he fights in the Cell Saga. So that's it. They're fighting, you know, and like he's like I think he thinks he's doing good, but then boom, the Cyberman jumps on him.
And just explodes, right?
Explodes and blows him. Yeah, basically kamikazes.
And then it's just a picture of him like in the fetal position in the crater. Yeah.
And Krillin goes like,
poor Yamcha.
And Krillin just destroys like a few of them. After that, like he like
Yamcha, but like Yamcha's never been like a powerhouse, even in the original Dragon Ball, like for like an episode.
Yeah, like when he was introduced, he was a powerhouse. It wasn't
exclude the filler when comparing them. Okay, I will.
What? Oh, Naruto and Dragon Ball. Okay.
But technically, Naruto and DBZ, neither of them have a lot of filler.
Yeah. Which has more flashbacks?
Oh. Well, Naruto, I guess. Does Dragon Ball Z have many flashbacks?
Not at all.
No, not really. No. They
have like episode recaps, I think.
Anyways, keep going.
Okay.
So, okay.
Where were we?
Okay, so this is the first time of many times, and the original Dragon Ball did this too. And it's my problem with a lot of anime, but Dragon Ball is super guilty of it. Only the protagonist can win fights.
Okay.
Only the main character can win fights. Nappa Vegeta, man. So like, Yamcha dies. Krillin goes up, fights a bunch of people, gets knocked out. Chaozu goes up, and Chaozu grabs onto Nappa, thinking he's gonna stop him, and this self-destruct dies. Meaningless death.
Very meaningless.
And then
Tien gets like his hand cut off.
Yeah, Tien fights. Piccolo fights. They all lose. Gohan like bursts out of the pod and like
that was with Raditz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he does like
but
one good.
Gohan fights a little.
He gets like one good hit on Nappa. But like, most of the fight, he's like cowering. He's too scared to fight.
He's too scared.
It's like one good hit.
Am I totally combining two things? I think because the scenery is the same. They're in a grass field while they're fighting.
Yeah.
But no, I'm thinking of Dragon Ball when Chaozu is like hiding the Dragon Balls.
Oh, from
Piccolo. That's
Piccolo?
popped in my head.
Yeah.
But none of them are gonna be able to even stand a chance until Goku shows up.
I think it's like
Goku...
and then they wait a few hours though, because like Goku will give you a good fight or whatever, and like Vegeta's like, all right, well wait. Then Nappa goes has his fun and like blows stuff up.
And then so it's that Saiyan Pride. I really didn't like Saiyan Pride at first. I love Saiyan Pride now. I love it. Buu Saga is so good.
I love the Buu Saga.
It's so good.
I don't know why people don't like it. We'll talk about that when we get there.
And so he fights up. Does he use Kaioken? Kaioken.
Goku does use Kaioken against
Nappa. Yeah. So he beats Nappa easy, right?
I think he uses it against Nappa and like basically that's when he breaks
his back. Launches him in the air.
Like boom, like breaks his back, and then Vegeta's like, "You're useless."
And then Vegeta kills him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was cool.
Showing him he's a real bad guy.
Justin, I can see why people don't like the Buu Saga.
We'll get to that. I know why, but we'll get to that. We're in the.
And then he fights Goku versus Vegeta.
Oh my! When we watched this, like I think it was a year or two ago, I loved it was so good. Just watching Goku and Vegeta fight.
They're like, why isn't he using the Kaioken? And King Kai's like, he is. You just can't see it. It's like in between, right before he punches, like right before he attacks. He's doing it. And he goes ×2, ×3. And it's going to destroy his body. But Vegeta still made.
And then like the beam struggle. Like, oh my god, the first like real beam struggle between the Galick Gun and the Kamehameha. And then he uses Kaioken. Like, oh my goodness, it's so cool.
So, why? Okay. It's not a big issue for me.
Go for it.
Galick Gun.
I don't know.
Kaioken, Masenko Hot. They're all just energy blasts. They're all basically the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they do that big attack, and what happens is Vegeta just like let him be because Goku loses, right?
Yeah, but like Vegeta also gets like crushed by Uzaru Gohan, like Big Ape Gohan. He's like basically left like super weak. And Krillin has the chance to kill him, but Goku's like, "No, Krillin, don't." You know,
Saiyan Pride.
Yeah.
And then they have to fight him as he turns into a great ape.
Yeah. No, Vegeta turns ape first. Then Yajirobe cuts off Vegeta's tail.
The only thing Yajirobe does in the whole show.
In Dragon Ball Z, yeah. And then Gohan looks at the big fake moon and he turns great ape.
Yo, Justin, no super spoilers, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Something that was a shocker to me in Dragon Ball Z, coming from the video games, and Budokai in the video games.
Yeah.
You do it. Kamehameha. Like, and Budokai 2 and 3, there's even like a shortcut, so all you have to do is like Poseidon energy, and it's like, and you're just doing them all the time. Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, and it's like they hardly ever do Kamehamehas, like anything. Yeah. They do a lot of energy blasts and whatever, but nothing like a lot of that.
Yeah, which I think makes it more like it's more special. I don't know, like it's not overused, stuff like that.
So while all this is going on, isn't Goku just like on the ground, like?
Yeah, he's just basically laying there because like he used the key is the Kaioken too much, basically.
Okay, yeah.
Basically hurt his body.
I gotta remind myself all this stuff.
So then he let Vegeta go. Then Vegeta goes, and then I guess they're out of sensu beans at the time, to where Goku has to go to the hospital to heal up, which he doesn't like. And because
that's right.
Yeah, and because Piccolo died, the Dragon Balls are no more because Piccolo and Kami are connected. So they wanted to wish their friends back. So then that's when they decided to go to Namek.
And was it the password to Piccolo's ship just Piccolo?
I think so. Yeah, it's all the mechanic. Yeah, it was. I think it was Piccolo.
Okay. And then there's too many episodes of them traveling in space.
There's
one good episode. One good episode.
Fake Namek? Fake Namek?
Is that a thing? They go to fake Namek?
Well, it's like those weird aliens go in their brains and make a fake Namek for them. You don't remember
horrible.
You don't remember this?
I repressed that, man. It's a repressed memory. There's one good episode when they're in space.
Okay.
And again, this is the one good episode with Nappa and Vegeta blowing up that planet. They meet up another ship in space, and it's all these kids, and you're like, what the heck is going on here? And they keep talking about this bad guy who like destroyed their planet, whatever, called Frieza, and like, oh, it was so cool because like I knew like who Frieza was, but they're like keep talking about Frieza and his evil force and how he like conquered their planet, and that was some good building up to that.
Yeah, and they finally get to Namek after all that.
They finally get to Namek.
Gohan has like a bowl cut now.
Yeah, Gohan has a dumb bowl cut.
I think it's Chi-Chi.
Bulma. Oh man, they do Bulma so bad. They like Bulma was good
in Dragon Ball,
and in the first part of Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Even like getting to. It's so funny because her whole like wanting to do this is because she's in love with
Yamcha.
Yamcha, and then she totally blows him off like by the end of this. But like she is this gung ho. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna do my best. And like then at the end of the Frieza, when like the planet's being destroyed, or like when she gets sick of Namek, she's like, "Oh my gosh, when are we gonna get off this planet?"
Oh, they shouldn't have brought her. They shouldn't have brought her. You okay? Well, Justin, Frieza Day is coming up. I'm very excited for Frieza Day.
And it's just like, oh my, yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
But it was like, oh my gosh, he did Bulma wrong. But they get to the planet, and it's pretty good.
Right? Yeah. I like the new scenery. Great blue grasslands and green skies.
Yeah. I will say Namek does look like, oh, I don't know.
I'm just saying that because it's all grasslands, basically.
All of the whole show.
Yeah. Well, like the whole planet is like just grass. Like there's some like Namekian buildings, but that's pretty much it.
And what? Oh, it's cool because why are the Namekian Dragon Balls big?
I have no idea. I just to be unique, you know.
Just to be different.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's fine. It's cool.
Yeah, the best darkest Dragon Ball. Yeah.
And like it's good old Dragon Ball. They're hunting for the Dragon Balls again. Pretty nice.
But it's not just hunting for the Dragon Balls because the Ginyu Force is out
there.
Whoa. Well, not the Ginyu. Sorry, not the Ginyu Force. Just Frieza's men.
Yeah, Zarbon and Dodoria.
But also Vegeta's there. And they're like having to hide all this stuff. And Vegeta like sees them with the Dragon Balls and kind of partners with them for a little bit because he wants to.
Oh, you're getting ahead of yourself.
Oh, okay.
I like they're first like they're hiding from Vegeta. They really don't know about Frieza until they go to one of the villages and watch Frieza and his men kill the villagers. They save Dende.
Dende.
And then like once like Vegeta gets like destroyed by Zarbon.
I have to add one more. Well, before I forget about it, I have to add one more gripe to Dragon Ball Z. One more bad thing on the list of many bad things. Like I said, there's not a lot of filler episodes, but there's a whole lot of filler in the show.
Yeah.
One thing that Dragon Ball Z loves to do is having somebody watch the fight and react to it.
Oh, yeah.
Starts off with King Kai, and then every time there's a fight, somebody has to be watching, and then they cut to them talking about the fight and reacting to it, and for a couple minutes, and then they go back to the fight. And it honestly just feels like it's to fill up time. And
it honestly is. Way to fill up time.
Cause
I'm pretty sure like when like the anime was coming out, I think they didn't want to get ahead of the manga.
And I get that.
So they had like.
And I get that, and that's the problem with old anime or like weekly anime.
Yeah. It's just let's just have still shots of their faces before they even fight. Going back and forth. Make it look intimidating. Oh, I'm just reading the chat. It's overrated, Joseph. It's awful in the Cell Saga. Oh, like the
cutting back and forth.
Between let's see where we. So Vegeta gets destroyed by he defeats Dodoria because the big thing in the Namek arc is the Zenkai boost, which is Akira Toriyama's way of like getting the Saiyans like stronger. So basically, I don't know if you know this thing. The Zenkai boost is when
Oh,
like
I
when a
don't know the
Saiyan is
name of it.
when they get closer, like when they get closer to death,
Yes,
they
yes.
get stronger.
And you know what? They only did it once in the whole show where they took advantage of that
Yeah,
thing,
with
where
like Krillin and
Vegeta's just like beat me up,
yeah.
just just beat me up, man. And I'm like, yes, like why don't they just do that all the time?
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah, like the Namek saga is like when like they started doing it. Like, well, they mainly did it. Like Vegeta got like beat up by Zarbon, and then like he got beat up by Frieza, and then he got beat up by Krillin. Just so, like they can get his power up. Same with Goku a little bit when he finally got there. Same with I don't know about Gohan, but like basically that was his way to like make them stronger in a short amount of time for them. So then after where was I?
It's either that or somebody brings out their inner potential
Oh yeah,
or
yeah.
all
Like the
this
guru,
stuff.
the guy just like
Gohan gets that done like eight
I'll
times.
take out your potential, whatever, and puts his hand on him and makes him strong. Same with Krillin somehow. He also got stronger. Yeah, and so then when the Ginyu Force shows up, that's when Vegeta teams up with Krillin and Gohan, because like Vegeta's like terrified of the Ginyu Force for some reason, but she's still weaker than them.
Yeah.
But then that's when Goku shows up when Vegeta's getting beat up. And Goku, just like with Nappa, destroys Recoome. Jice, and wow, what's the blue one's name?
Yeah, there's a cool part where I think where Goku shows up. And I think he's fighting Recoome.
Oh,
it's like.
Well, that's when
he's just standing there.
Jason and Jason Bird are like going at him like both ways. Like we can't hit this guy. He's not moving.
I will tell you this though, at this point, Ginyu Force is total filler.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think they're in the manga too, but like, and it's fun fights, whatever. And I like the like body switching is like really the only
Captain Ginyu.
It's probably actually the only interesting fight.
Yeah.
But it's at that point I was like, I don't want to watch another 15 episodes of these meaningless fights. Like, it's just we have to beat these guys before we get to Frieza. Like, come on now. And while all that's going on, Frieza's just killing the Namekians.
Looking to find like and once they get all the Dragon Balls, he finds out that he needs a code.
Yeah, so he starts like killing them.
Got him.
And then they tell him the code, but he doesn't say it in the right language.
Because he's an idiot.
He's an idiot.
Idiot. So then once they get Goku weak because through all the body switching.
Joseph says Perfect Dark, Nate. They just announced like a new Perfect Dark game.
Oh, cool.
Joseph, Sephiroth and Smash. That got me hyped.
That's pretty cool. Did they say like what day is coming out or just this announcement?
December, dude. You said December.
Oh, wow.
So I'm assuming soon. And I'm excited for the 30-minute Sakurai.
That's pretty cool. Oh, right. I have missed those. Okay. So, Dragon Ball Z. Where were we? All right, let's go from the point. So, Goku switches back to his body after Captain Ginyu can't utilize Goku's abilities, I guess. They just defeat him. He goes into a frog. Hilarious. Goku's weak. He's healing up in like the healing chamber. And they're waiting for I think Dende to get back with the password to make the wish. Vegeta takes a nap. They make the wish. Everyone, I think the first wish was to bring Piccolo back alive and bring him to Namek. Those are their two wishes. And then Frieza gets there and what happens after that, I think?
Okay, there's Frieza fight. Cool.
It's a long fight.
How many episodes would you guess?
Oh, with just Frieza fighting, I'd say 30.
Just Goku and Frieza.
Goku fighting. And Frieza fighting 20 to 30.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's too much, man.
That's not even.
Of course, Justin, like the Spirit Bomb, it's cool, and they think that it stops him, and like that's a cool part. But there's a lot of episodes where Dragon Ball Z fights are all kind of the same. Okay, maybe the Kai version, Justin. And I'm not gonna be too down. I'm not gonna be too down on this because I do like Goku versus Frieza. But a lot of fights in Dragon Ball Z are very similar, where it's punch, 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 and then like some energy blasts. And when they shoot a bunch of energy blasts all at once, punch, 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 and it just goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There's like that cool episode where like Frieza's like, you know what? For this fight, I'm just not going to use my hands, and he like is only kicking and stuff like that. But like, if they had just trimmed it down, and I know that they do it Kai, Justin, don't get mad at me. I know if they trimmed it down, I would have liked it a whole lot more. But I still think it's a really cool fight, and like that fake out when Goku's like doing the spirit bomb, and they think that they beat him, and then he comes out and straight up kills Krillin. Oh, like actually kills Krillin because they think he kills Krillin first, and then he doesn't. And then I was like, I remember watching that when like he stabs Krillin, like that's so cool. It's like shakes him around and slams him down. I'm like, that's so cool. And then I was thinking, wow, they just faked Krillin's death. Really? Like they're just gonna like cop out like that? But then when Frieza comes back and he just like lifts him up with his mind powers and shakes him like a dog, and then Krillin's just going, Goku, Goku, help me, help Goku. I'm like, oh, that was legit. And when did Vegeta die? That was before.
So Vegeta died. That's when Goku showed up to fight Frieza.
And when he's like walking and he's pacing and he's talking about Vegeta, and he like digs him a grave and buries him, and then he's like, "Now I'll fight you." Like, oh,
one of the things I really liked was like Vegeta like telling Goku like, "Don't go easy on him." Like what you do with me.
Yeah.
Like he's like a tyrant that hurt our people and all that. Like, oh my goodness. Like I know Vegeta's a bad guy, but like he's like a really cool guy.
But there's also all this mysterious talk about what, Colin?
Super Saiyan.
Vegeta brings up
this legendary Super Saiyan.
Legendary Super, and he even thinks Vegeta even thinks that when Goku's fighting the Ginyu Force, that he's become this legendary Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan.
And then when he like, there's the Frieza fight, like that whole thing is probably some of the best lines in the whole show, with Vegeta talking to Goku about like telling him the history of his people and how Frieza is like the only reason that he's with Frieza is because he's enslaved and can't fight for himself, and like he's not stronger than Frieza, so like it's either fight for Frieza or I'm gonna die, so I'm gonna fight for Frieza. And then like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. And Goku's just like, all right, I understand. And Goku like gives him the don't go easy on him. And it's the one time that he calls him Goku, right? In the whole show.
Think so. Maybe? I can't remember.
Does Goku call himself Son Goku?
The only time he gets to do that, I think, was in Dragon Ball Z Kai.
He does it in Z.
And I know Sean Schemmel, he really wanted to do it, but the only time he does it when he does his like speech. Like, I am Son Goku. Like he's a Super Saiyan speech. Yeah. I know it's it's so good. My goodness.
It's the only time I think Vegeta calls him Goku, and every other time he calls him Kakarot.
Yeah.
Which I like because it's the Saiyan name and his Saiyan pride.
Saiyan pride. Oh, you're getting me so hyped for
Boo.
For Boo. Oh my
I know, dude.
It's so good.
So Justin, let's talk Spirit Bomb. Spirit Bomb is awesome. There's one thing I want to say, and you know what? No. I'll talk about that. I'll talk about the second Spirit Bomb when I get there. There's one weird thing they do with the Spirit Bomb.
I forgot about the Spirit Bomb from the Saiyan arc.
So they're fighting, and Vegeta is like having to use more and more of his power, right? Every episode he's having to use more power, and he's getting so mad. Vegeta's getting pissed, so he starts destroying the planet.
You talking about Frieza, you mean?
Frieza, yeah, sorry. Frieza's getting pissed because every fight he's having to use more of his power, and he starts destroying the planet. And this is when, they finally get off. But after Krillin's dead, the planet's being destroyed, and this is when it all happens. Colin, give me the speech.
I don't know the speech by heart. Let's look it up. I'll read it.
Read me the speech, Colin.
Let's see. Well, I have some bad news I have to tell you.
Oh, do we have to stop?
Like I gotta like pause the stream real quick. I guess
Oh no.
it's pretty bad news. I'll just mute us so they can't really hear us. All right. Let's see. Goku's speech. Let's see.
All right, I just want to make one thing clear, Justin. I I bet you Kai is better. I will give you that. If it cuts out, the filler and it makes things better, makes it streamlines it, I bet you it's better. But I chose Dragon Ball Z because I wanted the true experience, right? Like what kids experienced when they were first watching in the 90s, That's what I wanted. So I'm sorry, Justin. I'm sorry I didn't watch Kai, but I wanted like the OG Dragon Ball Z.
All right, here we go. Oh, I think this is the right one. I think this is the right one.
Either way, give me one of his good speeches.
I'm trying to think.
Hey,
yeah.
Wait, quick question.
What's up?
Quick question. Piccolo fuses with Nail.
Yeah.
Do they ever unfuse?
No.
Okay.
It's just permanent. All right. I am the hope of the universe. I am the answer to all living things that cry out for peace. I am the protector of the innocent.
This is it.
I am the light in the darkness. I am truth. Allied to good, nightmare to you. I think it continues. You haven't figured it out yet? I'm the Saiyan who came all the way from Earth for the sole purpose of beating you. I am the warrior you've heard of in legends, pure of heart and awakened by fury. That's what I am. I am the Super Saiyan, Son Goku!
Yes, that is it. That is it. And then he's all blonde, and he beats him up. Dude, and the way he kills Frieza is so cool. He well, he doesn't. Yeah. It takes forever to kill him. He doesn't. But he's beats him up and then cuts him up, dude. And Frieza is somehow able to.
He's not even the one that cuts him up. Frieza cuts himself up.
Yeah, it's the whole Spider-Man thing.
It's hubris.
Yeah, he just dodges it and he
Goku tries to warn him.
Goku didn't want to kill him.
Yeah.
Goku doesn't like to kill people. I think he kind of gets used to it though by the end of Dragon Ball Z.
Killing people?
Goku, yeah.
Oh. No.
And you know what? There's a nice happy ending. Oh. And Frieza's dead.
Yeah. And I think he's dead.
You know what? I do like it, Justin. I do like it.
About so what? Like what?
Does
Frieza that was the Kai speech?
Yeah, I don't know, but I think
the Kai speech is also really good, I think.
It's basically the same.
The Allied to Good Nightmare to You is from Dragon Ball Z, I know that's for sure.
Yeah.
I think I probably read both of them because they're in the same article but separated by a picture. So yeah, he beat up the Frieza, but we don't know if he escaped or not. But all the Namekians were saved by the Purunga, the Namekian dragon.
Purunga. Oh yeah, Goku does disappear. They all think he could have died again or whatever. Yeah. But then I think King Kai tells him that he's not dead. So where's Goku?
Well, no, I think King Kai also thinks he's dead. They find out on Earth when they use the Namekian Dragon Balls to wish him back. Purunga says he's not dead. He's alive, but he doesn't want to come back yet because it's Goku. And he's training on Yardrat, and so I think it's 2 years.
I like how they never show that
training on Yardrat.
Yeah.
So I think it's 2 years.
2 years. Dragon Ball Z loves its time skips.
Oh yeah. And they love it
too. I love the time skips. I really do. I think the time skips are good.
Because each arc is a week.
They made Goku and the superhero. Kai made it true to Goku? Huh? I don't know if I understand that one.
I think
He made Goku.
the Namekian arc is like
Okay.
the time span, like I think of around a month. I don't know. Maybe I don't know actually. Well, like then like the other arcs are like a week each. Yeah. Then there's the time skips in between each. So they get back to Earth. They wish Goku doesn't come back. So then they wait. They have a peaceful time.
Why don't they wish for Goku to come back?
Goku, they do, but Goku doesn't want to come back. He's Goku.
Goku does that a lot, yeah.
Yeah. So Goku then he comes back a year later.
And then I skip Garlic Jr.
Yep, skip it.
What the heck is Garlic Jr. even? That's
He's from one of the movies.
I remember I texted you. I was like, "Can I skip this?" And you're like, "Yeah."
Yeah, skip it. He's not.
But then they should have skipped the Android saga too.
Whoa! World building. Good world building.
Okay.
I like the Android saga.
Android saga is okay. So 2 years have passed. They've all been training because they want to keep up with Goku. So everybody's been training. They've been training with King Kai. They've been training with all this other stuff, and except for Yamcha, he goes and becomes a baseball player. And then because Goku tells them to train, right? He's like, keep training, and I'll meet you back here.
I don't know. I know.
No, that's after. That's after.
They train afterwards. Yeah.
Future Trunks.
Yeah.
So what is it? So how does Goku come back? Does he?
So so the Yard Rats fixed his spaceship. The one he took to that crashed into Yard Rat, they fixed it while he was there. Then he's flying back. That's when Future Trunks shows up, and also Mech Frieza and his daddy are also coming to Earth.
Mecha
Frieza. You know, apparently he's stronger than actual Frieza. But then this mysterious hero basically just destroy. Like, hey guys, come here, wait for Goku. No, wait. So this Trunks, the mysterious hero, destroys Frieza and his dad.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I know where Goku's gonna be. And then they wait for Goku for a few hours, and he shows up wearing these weird clothes.
I was so glad that Future Trunks it's like 2 episodes. That it's not a big whole thing. I was like, his dad's here. This is gonna be 10 episodes or more. But no, it just destroys him. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
It
was really cool. Like, no one expected it. Goku's the hero. Who's this weird guy in a purple jacket? Like, goes Super Saiyan. Who is he?
Another weird bowl cut.
Right. Well, no, he's cool hair. He's cool hair.
It's like a parted bowl cut.
I know, it's cool though.
That's what it is, dude.
It's anime cool. Okay.
It's not as bad as Gohan's bowl cut.
It's
kind of cool hair. It's cool hair.
Yeah. So then Trunks destroys him. They wait for Goku. Goku shows up, and Trunks tells Goku that he's the son of Bulma and Vegeta. He's a heart disease. Oh, yeah.
He tells him that, but Goku doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not gonna say anything. Funny stuff.
And silly. He tells about the heart virus, which is gonna keep Goku, out of the fight for a bit. And then he tells him about the androids coming along and to train for that. And so he leaves, and they train, for 3 years. And like they even discuss, like, should we just go to Dr. Dro's lab and stop him? But they don't.
Do they train for another 3 years?
They train for 3 years. That's when the androids are supposed to show up. Yep. So they train. And then they go fight the androids. Which they think are the androids.
Which at this point, it's still good.
Yeah. Bulma has the baby Trunks. Yajirobe's there.
They beat up the fat one really fast.
Yeah, well, first, hey, don't forget about Yamcha. Okay. Don't forget about Yamcha, who gets just...
What does Yamcha do?
He gets, stabbed through, the chest. Like, his hand goes through Yamcha. Like, it'll go through his spine. Like, how... Yamcha's fucking the best luck. But then he's still alive, though. He gets Senzu Bean, because they have, a lot of them at that time. And then they go fight the fat one off of, the island, so no one gets hurt. Goku... is starting to feel tired.
Which number is the fat one?
20. Wait.
Okay.
Or is it 19?
I think so. I think it's 20.
Or is it 19? I think it's 19 or 20.
What's the green one? What's the green one?
Cell?
No.
Green one.
There's 18, 19.
18. No, so 17. 17's the boy. 18's the girl. 19, I think.
And the third one that was with him. The red
hair.
Oh,
16. That's 16.
16.
16's so cool. So they beat the fat. Well, the fat one basically like almost kills Goku because Goku has the heart virus thing going on. So they take him out of the equation. That's how he gets out of it. Like sort of like Snake Way, not Snake Way. Sort of like basically Snake Way on the way back. Same way he got beat up by Captain Ginyu sort of thing, and now heart virus, just to get him out of the fight until the end. So get him out of the fight, and then Vegeta shows up. He goes Super Saiyan, super awesome. Because they think only a pure heart person.
He just does it.
There are some filler episodes like showing him like going searching for Goku during the years that he was gone.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's like 1 or 2 episodes I think, and then then it shows him like training during like the 3 years training, and that's how he becomes Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. He just destroys the android. I love
it
so much.
And they start looking for his lab, and they start chasing.
Yeah, because the other android's like running away.
And at this point, Future Trunks is freaking out because there's more androids.
Yeah, he gets back. Yeah, he gets back. This isn't it.
This is different. And then Goku gets knocked out from the viral heart disease.
Yeah, so he's back at this point.
Super memorable fight in the game, because as you're fighting, your health is
yeah.
Super memorable fight.
Super hard. So then they go look for the other android, or also known as Dr. Gero. Find him in his lab.
Oh, he's an android though.
Yeah, he converted himself into an android. Let's see, where were we? So they find his lab. They all meet up together, and he wakes up 17, 18. They kill him.
They blow up the lab. They kill Gero.
No, Trunks blows up the lab. Yeah, Trunks got there. He blows it up because, like, why are you guys just standing here? He just blows it up. Does basically nothing. They wake up 16. Another one Trunks didn't know about. So there's, 5 androids total at this point. 3 of them he didn't know about. And then they go on their merry way. Then the Z fighters, as people call them, or as they're called somewhere, try to fight them. At 18, basically destroys Vegeta. Super awesome. Breaks both his arms. So cool.
No.
Even though he's a Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan's gonna take it.
A Super Saiyan.
It's so cool. Then
he needs to ascend.
And then the best thing about it, the androids who can fly and stuff decided to take a car to go to Goku.
Okay. So the Z fighters have to stop fighting him basically.
Yeah, because they cannot take him.
And so now 16, 17, and 18, Gero's dead, the other android's dead, are taking a road trip to go find Goku. While that's happening, they're finding the second time pod. This starts to get a little interesting.
It gets so interesting. What's going on?
Second time pod. This weird husk is left behind, and you're like, what is going on? And then it starts to show Cell coming out, and he's forming, and he starts absorbing people. So it's cutting from oh no, Goku's dead, we gotta train, all this stuff, to Cell being absorbing people, and then to 16, 17, and 18
driving along.
Guys, I want a new outfit. Let's stop and get a new clothes.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
Why should we fly when we can enjoy the ride? Straight up, Colin.
I know.
This is where I stopped watching the show.
I believe you. Yeah, that's where the filler comes in the show.
It's so much just... Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you exactly the point where I stopped. So Piccolo is trying to figure out what the heck they're going to do, because when there's no Goku and no Vegeta, Piccolo's the man in charge, right? When the parents are gone...
the previous bad guy from the old show.
Piccolo's put in charge. What I do like about Piccolo is that he's the smartest one out of all of them, and he knows the most of everything, it seems like. So he decides the only way for him to get stronger, he can't become a Super Saiyan. He's gonna fuse with Kami, and he fuses with this big decision. And it's so sad. Mr. Popo's I'm gonna miss you, Kami, and Mr. Popo's just left up there all by himself. and felt bad for him, but they had to do what they had to do. And Piccolo gives one of the best lines in the whole show. He goes and he's like, I can't. He knows about Cell, and he's like, I'm gonna go fight Cell. And he goes and he's like, okay, I'm gonna go fight Cell. And Cell's like, who are you? And he gives the coolest line he ever has. He's like, I am the Namek who has long since forgotten his name. I don't know why it's always stuck with me. It's so cool. And he fights, gets his butt kicked. And he has to go. He goes and he's like, I got to retreat. So he goes back to the island to Master Roshi where Goku is. And it just so happens that it's the same time 16, 17, and 18 show up. And that's when I stopped watching. When he left to go to another island to fight 18.
Oh, you saw as they're about to fight?
Because I was like, at that point, I had watched so many useless fights.
Okay.
So many useless fights. Even the fight between Piccolo and Cell, useless fight. The fight between all of these androids, useless fights. And part of the reason is because I knew that it's building up to Cell. So I know that the androids aren't important. I already know that. The only reason the androids are there are to be absorbed by Cell. And so I have to in my head, I was like, I have to just get through this before it gets interesting again. And it finally did. And then at that point, I'm just like, I would have kept watching if it was streaming, but I didn't have enough motivation to get up, take the disc out, put it in, hit play, figure out what episode I'm on. I didn't have the energy for that. So fast forward, months and months and months and months later, 8 months later, however long it was. And I'm like, okay. So I watched like an episode or two before, and then I get to this episode, and I'm like, all right, I just got to get through this dumb fight, and then it's going to get better. I was wrong. Maybe it was the break that I had, but like, it was cool. Piccolo fighting the androids, and like Piccolo was doing good. I was like, whoa, this is cool. I was impressed. It was awesome. And then at that point, I think Goku gets the thing and is healed. What happens next?
So basically, Goku at that point, I think Piccolo is fighting 17, 18-6 are watching. I think Goku wakes up.
And he's kicking butt.
Piccolo?
Really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. He's kicking butt. Goku wakes up. Then he goes to find Vegeta, Trunks, and Gohan. So they go to Kami's lookout. But then Piccolo's fighting 17. But then as they're fighting, Cell shows up, and Piccolo's thinking okay, they're on the same side, they're gonna team up on me. But then 17's like, who's this guy? And Piccolo's like, wait, you don't know him? So then they start to team up against Cell, because Cell went to absorb 17, and 17 doesn't want that to happen.
Finally getting good.
They're both made by Dr. Gero in some way. He doesn't want that to happen.
You have to watch 30 some odd episodes of bad stuff, and it finally starts to get good. You're like, whoa,
it's so good. So then they team up, and you think they're holding their own. You think they're doing really good, and then then 16 gets in, and 16 is has this cool rocket punch.
Yeah, it's rocket punch.
But she's I think at that point as strong as Imperfect Cell. It's he's taking him.
He just goes one of his attacks was super kick, and he just kicks him, and that's it. But it was all right. He had a whole name for it.
The cool thing is when Cell's on the ground, 16 takes off his arm, his hands, and just shoots energy beams into the ground, and that's when they think they beat him, And then Cell comes up from behind 17, and basically just absorbs him and becomes semi-perfect Cell, which is just weird looking. And he is too strong for everyone. And then, oh my goodness, Piccolo gets some of the coolest moves. Okay, going back a bit, during his fight with 17, he has it's either Hellzone Grenade, or it's I can't remember the name.
The one where he shoots all the orbs.
He shoots all the beams around. He's you're missing, and then
Colin,
boom, so cool.
Colin, here's the thing.
So cool.
It is kind of cool.
To me, it's cool.
But how many times have I seen some dude go in Dragon Ball Z?
A lot.
Hundreds of
A
times.
lot. But do you ever see them purposely miss just for them to come
Okay,
crashing to the center?
alright.
And then
I guess not.
yeah, that was Hell's Grenade. And then there's Light Grenade. He has a lot of grenade moves. Where he's like this, like, and it didn't really work, but it looked cool. Piccolo gets a lot of cool moves that don't really do much. And so then Piccolo basically gets killed. You think he's killed by Semi-Perfect Cell, and then Tien shows up because he's sick of just standing around and doing nothing like a human.
Tien doesn't have a lot of screen time in Dragon Ball Z, but is actually really cool.
Mm-hmm.
With Yamcha stinks, but Tien but Tien like knew that he was never gonna be stronger than he was, and so he just did his best.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just and so he's like he's made the escape for them. He's like Tri-Beam.
Oh, it's so cool, and he keeps doing it.
And just like nonstop, he's like, guys, go! None of us. He's just straight up. None of us can beat him. Goku can't even beat him. So go, get out of here while you can. I'll hold him off. And like Bulma makes Bulma makes the remote, and so Krillin is going and to stop the androids. It's kind of confusing what the remote does.
It basically the remote blows up the bomb inside of them.
That's not what they say though. That's not what they said though. They said
or does it deactivate them?
It said that it would deactivate them at first.
Okay.
But then they like completely changed it a couple episodes later and saying that it will like blow them up because I'm like, they just deactivate,
Cell can still absorb them.
Cell can still absorb them. Yeah. So Krillin's whole like moral dilemma is nothing. So then they change it to like, oh, it will blow them up or whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they like blowing up. And you're like,
but Krillin can't blow her up.
No, Krillin is like in love with her after not knowing her.
She's so cute, Colin.
So yeah, then it gets to that point where we're not there yet. So they get away, but then Tien gets tired out because he used a lot of his energy. Because like in Dragon Ball, the Tri-Beam is like, it's supposed to be like a one-time use move only, because like it could like basically kill you. But then in Dragon Ball, he keeps doing it. He could die. He doesn't though. He doesn't. So then Cell goes after 18 and 16, because 17's bye-bye. And that's when, but during this whole time, Vegeta and Trunks were in the hyperbolic time chamber training for one day, but a whole year in that day. And they get out, super strong.
Also, I feel so bad for Trunks. He's like, he spends a whole year with just his dad.
Yeah.
And his dad straight up ignores him like the whole time.
Yeah.
Like,
So the whole year of solitary.
And then when Goku and Gohan are in there, they're like hanging out, best buds. It's like, oh, poor Trunks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but that leads to a cool fight. So they go, and now their job is to stall.
Their job is to defeat Cell.
Oh.
Yeah.
They thought. But while they're doing that, that's when Goku's training. He takes his turn in the hyperbolic time chamber. And so did they ascend Super Saiyan?
So
because they just get bigger muscles.
Yeah, so like it's like there's like different like names for it. There's like Super Saiyan like version like 1 where it's all weird. Basically, like I think in the show they call it like Super Vegeta, is where he's like all super muscly and stuff like that. It's a very weird name. It's very weird. But basically, it's like it's weird.
He's fighting. So at this point, it's Perfect Cell.
No, not yet. So at this point, Vegeta.
Okay.
Vegeta is fighting.
Oh yeah.
Vegeta is fighting and destroying Cell, who's in his second form.
This part sucks. Okay.
So Vegeta's fighting Cell, who's in his second form. Okay.
So yeah, they're fighting, and Vegeta could totally beat him.
Totally could.
And this is the part of Saiyan Pride I did not like, because I was like, dude, you could just kill him right now. Just do it. And
that's what Trunks was there for.
Yeah.
He was the voice of reason.
And he's like, and then this is the part where I did not like Cell. Cell starts cowering, starts begging for his life, going, no, please don't beat me up. I swear, if I just absorb that lady, I'll become so much stronger. Yes. Please don't beat me up.
So he was just trying to manipulate Vegeta because he knew Vegeta would want the challenge, because he just got this new power up.
No.
He would want the challenge, and Vegeta succumbs to that temptation. It's it's not the best.
Cell is sure. I'll go with that to make Cell better.
And Justin says that's part of Vegeta's character. I agree.
I agree too, but Cell is the schoolyard bully who only picks on people because he's like had an early growth spurt and is bigger. And as soon as somebody got stronger than him, he started being like the biggest coward because like Cell never loses a fight. And so he never knows what defeat is. He only knows what being the best is. And his whole thing is, I need to become perfect Cell. I need to become the best. And so when he's like, oh no, I might not become the best, he like freaks out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Trunks tries to stop Vegeta or tries to stop Cell, and Vegeta's like, get out of here, boy.
Yeah, so they have like a little fight. Like Trunks knocks him away. Then he tries to stop Cell. Then Cell uses Solar Flare, and he gets 18. And also Krillin smashes the remote. Doesn't want to kill 18. So
she was too cute.
So both Krillin and Vegeta failed to stop Cell and stop him from absorbing them. So then
and the whole time Trunks is like, Krillin, don't tell my dad, but I'm stronger than him.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And which I thought was like, oh, this is gonna be interesting. And then so he starts fighting him, but his muscles are too big. And so now he can't move fast enough. And Vegeta just looks at him. And like this whole time, Trunks is, again, in that hyperbolic time chamber for a year with his dad. And like his dad ignores him like the whole time. Doesn't want to train with him. Doesn't want to be with him. And then Trunks still cares so much for his dad that he doesn't want to show Vegeta that he's stronger than him because it would hurt his self-esteem, his pride, right? And so, and then for Vegeta to say, Trunks, you're dumb. I already like figured out that problem, and I already that's why I didn't get that strong because I knew I wouldn't be fast enough. Yeah. And so like Trunks is just like has the worst daddy issues.
Well, like no, like first time. Cell basically beats Vegeta to the ground, and like Cell's the one that tells Trunks that you're a fool for doing this. Like anyone can do that, and then he gets demoralized.
But Vegeta even tells him, he's like, I already knew about that. Like, that's why I didn't get the big buff muscles.
So Trunks, even though he's strong, he's very inexperienced when it comes to fighting.
And then they promise Cell an even stronger fight.
The tournament. Goku.
And then he's like, oh, yeah, they're like, oh.
We'll have a tournament.
So he decides to do the Cell games.
Yeah. All the Cell games.
And you know what? Okay. So the Cell game.
Wait.
Leads to one of my favorites.
I have to feed the cats.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Continue talking with Justin and Joseph in the chat.
Justin, did we forget to talk about the best episode of Dragon Ball when he learns how to drive? I don't remember where that is. I think we passed that episode. We passed the best episode. Man, anime is so good. I don't know why I like anime so much. It's probably the emotional music they play. But like I like live action shows and stuff like that. I don't know. Psst, before Colin gets back, everyone talk about how Naruto's better. Quick. Naruto's so much better. It's the best. I forget the part where Eren turned into a Titan. You forgot the part where Eren turned into a Titan, yeah. I got so excited I was gonna watch that episode, and then you told me it's only Japanese only. I was like, And so I'm nervous. I don't want to get a bunch of spoilers before the English comes out. Is the English only like a week behind? Or is it going to be like a whole season behind? Am I going to have to wait till the season is done and then watch it? I hope not. Because I want to watch it. iCarly reboot. Is that a thing, Justin? Please say no. They did a spin-off show with iCarly and Victorious called Sam and Cat. Never watched it. I only watched a couple episodes. iCarly
reboot, I would watch it. Just for Spencer though.
Okay, so they finish their training, and they're told that they have like 3 days, whatever.
7
days. Okay, 7 days before the Cell game. This leads to one of my favorite episodes.
Which one?
When Goku and Gohan go back home, and they just hang out with Chi-Chi.
Yeah, like have the memories.
Yes, and they have these memories that aren't from the show, that like they're not actually flashbacks. They're like flashbacks when Gohan was a kid, and Chi-Chi's like, no, Gohan, you have to study. And then she's like looking at him, and she's like, you know what, Gohan, go fishing with your dad. And like they all go fishing together.
Well, then Goku says, Gohan, you should actually study, and they all freak out because Goku says that. Oh, it's so good.
And then Goku and Krillin, which like I love that they're still like best friends.
Yeah.
They really are best friends. And Krillin just is like, Gohan or Goku, I have to ask. It's just the two of them sitting by the water. Like, I have to ask, how are you so calm? How are you so calm when we have to do the Cell games? He's like, are you that confident that you're gonna win? And he's like, not at all. I don't even know if I'm gonna win. But I want, if I lose, then I want these last few days with Gohan and Chi-Chi, I want it to where we don't have to be scared or we don't have to be stressed out, and we can just have a good time. And I'm like, it's so good.
So good.
It's such a good episode. And then like the next 2 episodes are bad.
The driving?
Well, the driving I think is before.
Oh wait, I think you might be
Frieza. We talked.
No, driving is like the 3 years training after Frieza, before Android. That's right. No. That's right.
But I just think that's so like I just like that episode a lot.
It's a really good episode. Just.
And then the Cell games.
Cell games. Mr. Satan.
And they get all their.
Mr. Satan.
Okay. I really did not like Mr. Satan.
He is terrible in the Cell arc and his little posse. Terrible.
So bad. You know how I was talking about how Dragon Ball Z loves to do, and I'm sure this is what you were talking about, Justin, how it's so bad in the Cell Saga. Loves to have somebody watching the fight and talking about the fight.
Those are the guys.
This is so bad. Oh my gosh.
It's terrible.
It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrendous. And like he's just this arrogant guy, and he's like, no, I'm not gonna fight. And it's just like, oh my god.
I'm the World Martial Arts Tournament.
I'm the world champion.
Yeah, I'm world champion.
Look at me, my Megaton punch. And so who fights first? What's the first fight?
Goku. Well, actually, Mr. Satan is, but he gets knocked out. Goku's the first fight. Yeah.
I thought that was good. That was a good change of pace. I was like, I assumed everybody was going to have a fight, even Gohan, and then it was going to be Goku. But no, it was just straight up Goku first. And I was talking about how Dragon Ball Z, and especially Dragon Ball, does it too, and Dragon Ball Z does it too, where it's nobody can win except for Goku, and this did it differently. And I was like, good for you, show. I was like, this is the first fight in the whole show, or the first time you have Goku go first. It's always everybody else fights, and Goku, we have to rely on Goku. But no. Goku goes first. And guess what? He loses. He gives up.
It's a cool fight, though. It's a really cool fight that he does with Cell.
He does the warp Kamehameha.
Oh, I love that. It's so cool.
And like they're just fighting. This is the first time where Goku is just, you could tell he's in it for the fight. And that's all he. That's like
because he knows he can't win. He has a plan. He has a plan.
And then what happens after the fight? He gives Cell a Setsubei.
Well, first he says, Gohan, go fight him, and then he gives Cell a Setsubei.
Yeah, and he's like, wait. Here's a Setsubei. And they're all like, Goku, you idiot, what are you doing? And he's like, trust me. Like, Gohan's got this. But he has to, like, Gohan's not going to be able to do it unless they're fighting at their full potential. Which, like, Gohan could probably still have done it if Cell was weaker.
I think Gohan totally could have just like
Goku wanted to push Gohan. The Gohan's full potential.
I think I don't know. It's all weird.
Goku always knew that Gohan could do it, right?
Well, I think in the hyperbolic time trippers when Goku realized that Gohan would be the one to do it,
like stronger than him.
Yeah, because he saw Gohan go Super Saiyan 2 for that little brief second.
And and then there's like flashbacks to like when he got like angry as a kid, as a 1.5-year-old beating up Raditz. However old he's supposed to be.
I think he was like 3 or 4. Yeah.
Daddy.
Because by this time he's like 11 years old fighting Cell.
Yeah. Teen Gohan.
That's Teen the game, Gohan. Got Kid Gohan, Gohan, and Adult Gohan.
When I played Budokai,
Teen Gohan.
He was always the one I wanted to play as. Teen Gohan.
So cool.
Because they were in there for a whole year. He's a teenager.
He's a teenager
now. And that fight is super cool.
Yeah.
And nobody believes Goku.
They don't think he's a bad father.
And they're like, Goku, what are you doing? And they all want to like jump in, and Goku's like, no, stop. And then like there's an episode with the Cybermen show up, and
so what happens basically is like Gohan basically tells like Cell like, yeah, like I have like this like power, like basically Cell is intrigued and is basically doing what Vegeta did. And wants to have that challenge and get Gohan.
Oh, so stronger. He sends him out to fight.
So and Gohan won't
he doesn't
fight
want
him.
to fight
he doesn't
anymore.
Want to fight.
Yeah.
And so he gets the Cell Juniors to go. That's what they're called. To fight the Z Fighters. So Yamcha gets one last fight with the Cybermen.
But he actually doesn't die though.
No one dies. Well,
no one dies.
Yeah, by the Cell Juniors, no one dies. So they're fighting them, but Gohan doesn't want to fight. Oh, we forgot about one character before this. One
character did die.
Android 16 goes into.
Well, this is after.
This is before the Cell Juniors. He goes to blow up Cell. There's a whole countdown thing. Everyone's freaking out, even Cell. And then it turns out Bulma, thanks Bulma, gets rid of the bomb inside Android 16.
Yeah.
And then basically Cell destroys 16 except for his head, which goes over by Mr. Satan. Gotta bring him in. Gotta bring him into the mix.
Mr. Satan's horrible. He's terrible. Horrendous.
So then, when like the Cell Juniors are basically destroying everyone else, Gohan's like telling them please stop. 16 asks Satan to get him over there to fix the problem. So Satan does it, or Hercule, whatever you want to call him, because Satan is Satan. 16 goes over there, gives a beautiful speech to Gohan. I just love it so much.
Yeah, talking about, dude, like there's people in this world who you have to fight, who no matter what you do, never gonna change. They're never gonna have a change of heart. Yeah. And so you need to be the one that's like protect. It's not about fighting him. It's about protecting the ones you love.
Yeah.
And then,
oh, it's so good. It's so good. And the narrator gives like one of the coolest speeches of all time at the end of the episode, saying what we've known from the beginning.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
He's like reach the power that we've known from the beginning.
Oh, so cool. And you see Gohan just standing there, tears going down his eyes, and just wash away. Oh,
I do have to say though, Super Saiyan, the change from Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 2,
not that much. Like,
did the hair get like
hair gets a little more spikier, and there's like blue lightning going across the body. That's like you can't really see a change. Yeah, but it's like just like it's so cool. It's so cool. And Dragon Ball Z Kai sucks when it comes to this.
Does it?
Especially 16's like speech. Like one of the lines is basically saying, "I like the birds, protect the birds." Yeah, it's terrible. Toriyama named him Satan because he thought it was.
I thought about that, Justin. I thought about that because I thought it was so weird how all these people are cheering, Mr. Satan. Yeah,
that's hilarious. So then Gohan is Super Saiyan 2, and he just destroys the Cell Juniors. He get one kick, just blows them up.
Yeah, and I was kind of bummed that it took like the rest of the episode. Because he could have, I thought it would have been cooler if he beat them all up as fast as he did the first one.
Right.
But yeah, he just beats them all up, and then he starts fighting Cell again. and Cell knows
it's not much of a fight.
No. And Cell's like, oh, dang it, I made a mistake. Well, I guess I'll just blow up Earth. And then this is such a weird moment. Okay, so Goku makes a sacrifice to go like.
Oh, I love that moment.
That part's cool. That part's good. Cell coming back is dope.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, yep, I was just one Cell, and then turns out I didn't know I could do this, but turns out because my name's Cell, I could come back from one Cell. What then? Who knew? Oh, and also somehow, even though in the previous timeline that I'm from, Goku didn't learn instant transmission, and even though I knew all of his moves from that timeline, somehow because I got blown up, now I know how to do instant transmission.
The way they say it basically is like his cells absorbed some of Goku's blood at that time. It's not good. It is dumb. That's just a way to get it, and that's an excuse for getting him back. Yeah, but that's basically the way to get him a Zenkai boost to make him stronger. And then there's the father-son Kamehameha. Well, first it's just Gohan. Okay, Cell gets back, kills Trunks. He kills, the Zenkai boost, because he's like part Saiyan, because he has their DNA, whatever. So he gets stronger, and then like his cells remember like his strongest form. So he goes back to his strongest form. And he gets stronger. He's basically like Super Saiyan 2, perfect cell, whatever. He kills Trunks. Trunks is dead, sadly. Vegeta goes like angry, and does all that, does nothing. But Trunks, Cell just slaps him to the ground, basically.
I know, it's like one of the very few. I think that's the only slap. Like,
well, Goku's like slaps like it's Frieza's face. They're in their fight.
Okay.
So then Vegeta's on the ground. Cell's gonna destroy him. Gohan, in all his smartness.
Oh, and Vegeta straight up says thank you.
He says I'm sorry. He was like, I'm sorry, because Gohan goes to block
and he breaks his arm.
Breaks his arm. He's bleeding.
And he's like, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
that was such a good moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then he gets ready to do his perfect Kamehameha, and Goku from beyond the grave's like, Gohan, you gotta fight him. And he gets the one arm Kamehameha.
Oh, Dad, I can't do it.
And then they're doing a Kamehameha, in like one shot, they're right next to each other, and another shot, they're like across the field a mile away.
Yeah. And it's this whole super huge beam struggle.
So
now, right?
Cool.
Here's something that I loved. It wasn't just all of the Z Fighters watching. They were part of it.
They were helping.
They did something. And they're like, they even said, they're like, guys, we can't beat up Cell, but we're gonna help Gohan. And so they go and they like all get like one hit.
Well, they're doing their Cell. Beams,
And so Cell's having to like look away, and like he gets distracted, and it gives him that extra boost to the extra confidence.
What happens is when they're not really doing much, then Vegeta gets in the mix. With all his pride, you don't think all of them it does help. But the thing that does really hinder Cell is when Vegeta, a person you don't think would ever do this because of his pride, hits Cell in the back. It's like, Vegeta, and then Gohan's like, go on now, and then the father-son Kamehameha. And they just destroy Cell. Super cool. Gohan saves the day. That's as cool as he gets.
Like, the show has good escalation, man. Like I said earlier, that all the fights seem very similar, and I still hold by that. A lot of the fights seem similar. But what Dragon Ball Z is, and what a lot of anime is, because a lot of anime is hundreds of episodes, it's all about those moments, those like kick butt moments where it's like, oh my gosh, how did I not see that coming? And it happened. Where like a show like Breaking Bad, right? It's just this slow burn of all this like dramatic stuff that's happening, and every episode you have to watch because you never know what's going to happen next. Well, you know what's going to happen a lot of times in Dragon Ball Z. Most of the time you can tell what's going to happen, but sometimes there's just boom, these crazy stuff, these crazy moments. Is Dragon Soul the song from Dragon Ball Z Kai?
Yeah. Okay. It's a good opening.
It's better. It's probably better.
I like it a lot.
And then everything's back. And they're like, okay, let's use the Dragon Balls. Let's fix up everyone who Cell's killed. But Goku again says, no, I want to stay dead. He's like, dude, it seems like every time I'm here, something bad happens. It all started because Raditz came here to kill me. And like I'm just gonna try to give the Earth some time of peace. That's what they need right now. I'm like, that's such a sacrifice. Even though you could argue Goku is not like the greatest family man, he loves his family, but like,
I think the best like time you see him as a family man is like the very first episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Sure.
Like that's like really one of the only things he was a really good family man sort of guy.
All the time skips, dude, where he's just hanging out.
Oh yeah,
with his
great.
family.
I love it.
That's because the show only it would be boring if it was just him with his family. Actually, I think it would be fun.
Dragon Ball Super.
And then the whole I feel like this is the halfway point
in Dragon
Ball Z.
It kind of is.
It's more like 2/3, but it feels like the halfway point because the rest of the show is a little bit different. There's a huge time skip.
Like
10, Future Trunks goes back. Okay, I do want to say something.
Okay, go for it.
When the time skip happens, Future Trunks is in that theme song, like multiple times.
Oh,
he's in it. Like
so you think he's gonna be part of the show?
But then the theme song changes again, and they cut those parts out. So like, I don't know if they thought that they were gonna bring him back, and then they changed it. But like, he was in that theme song, hanging out with older Gohan, and then like he's not in it anymore. I was like, oh, okay, which I like. I like that he just stays at his timeline, hangs out with his mom. It'd be weird if he stayed.
Yeah.
And then we get to watch Gohan go to high school. So what do you think my opinion on this is?
I think you like it.
I do.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
Like he's like trying to like play baseball.
Yeah, he's like, and he just does a crazy jump. And they
don't swing. They don't know how strong I am. Boom.
It's just so funny.
It's like Dragon Ball.
It's the perfect length too. It's not too short, and it's not too long, and then it's just good length. And then like he's hanging out with Videl. What did we forget to talk about?
You forgot to talk about You Fool from
You Fool! Yeah, that's such a good line.
It is.
And like
really
we still
is.
say that.
All the time. It's so good. Yeah, going in high school. Oh, it's great.
So there's Videl, and then the only other two people that have names are Eraser and Sharpener. Or I think it's Eraser.
Yeah,
but it's
Eraser
and Sharpener.
Yeah, it's Toriyama.
Why does this guy have the most popular anime? He shouldn't. But
maybe he didn't make those characters.
Like,
I don't know.
Justin, without looking it up, can you tell me who made Naruto? What's the name of that guy? I don't know, but I know this Toriyama guy's name.
Akira Toriyama.
My gosh, but he's such a lazy person sometimes, especially names. But I think it was good. And then there's good build up for the World Tournament. They're gonna do the World Tournament, and so there's just this fun arc, this mini arc. Goku's in Otherworld doing his thing, and I watched those episodes.
We gotta hold.
Okay.
We gotta take a few steps back. What did you think of the Otherworld Tournament with all the Kais and the Grand Kai?
I was okay with it.
Pikkon, yeah.
Even though he's fighting Cell again for some reason.
He's not Cell, he's Pikkon.
No, he's fighting the first episode in Otherworld.
Oh,
he goes and he fights. Yeah, he goes and he fights Cell in hell. And Ty Burton made Naruto. All right, Ty is the anime and the Pokemon.
He's a Pokemon guy.
He has to go and he has to fight Cell, and Pikkon goes to help him. And Justin, she's in Super Saiyan form, and then on top of that, he uses Kaioken. And I'm like, what? the heck? Why hasn't he been doing this the whole show? They never talk about Kaioken after he does Super Saiyan. They never talk about Kaioken after that one fight.
Yeah.
They never even talk about it. Nobody wants to learn it. Nobody anything.
That's
when
weird.
The rest of them go to train with King Kai,
it's really weird.
They don't learn Kaioken. So
I thought it was called Kaioken.
Shut up. No, it's a harmless. It's paired up with Gohan going to high school. So I watched it.
I liked it. Yeah, it's cool.
It's all right.
The Grand Kai, he's totally like a hoax though. He's like
yeah. Don't worry, that doesn't ruin the Kais. The thing that ruins the Kais comes soon. I hate Supreme Kai.
So now we're going back. Okay, now let's go back to like the.
Now let's go back to the tournament. Goten. I was so excited for Goten meeting Goku. Oh. I was like looking forward to it.
You were looking forward to it?
I was.
Okay, like you make it sound okay. I'll just
Because I don't even know. They never say that Goku even knew about Goten.
Yeah.
And so Gohan's talking to him. They know that Goku's going to come back to the tournament. Everybody's going to fight, and Gohan's talking to Goten. He's like, "Are you nervous?" He's like, "Yeah." And like Goten's like hiding behind Chi-Chi, and then like Goku's like, "It's okay." And like he runs out, he hugs him, and they love each other, and it's just like, oh,
I love it.
It was nice.
Yeah, the way you made it sound like you said like you were looking forward to it, and it didn't meet up to your expectations.
No,
that's what I thought. Yeah, I love it. It's so good.
But then Hercule has to come back.
He's a lot better in the Busaka.
Not yet.
Well, yeah.
He stinks during this game. All he cares about is himself. He doesn't even care about his daughter. Doesn't care about when his daughter's getting like literal like dead, basically. And he doesn't care about that. He's just worried about this fight. And then I like that Goten and Trunks have to fight in the juniors league and they easily win. That was a fun fight.
Dude, their fight was pretty cool.
It was fun, yeah. I liked that. And that's what I thought was so cool about this little tournament. What I thought it was gonna be was this fun tournament where everybody was gonna get to fight. But then bad stuff happened, and they had to go and they had to leave the tournament to go fight Boo, to go fight Bob.
Oh, Bob, yeah, and his minions.
Yeah. And then they find out that this guy is Supreme Kai.
Shin?
And I'm like, okay. You got the 4 Kais. I'm okay with that. And then you got the Grand Kai, who's basically God, is what I thought. And like, all right, now like this guy's gotta be stronger than Goku. This guy sucks. All he does, like I said, there always has to be the one guy standing to the side watching the fight. That's his only role in the entire Buu saga. That's all he does. He like does instant transmission and saves a couple people, brings Gohan to the Kai planet. All they do is just But you know what? I do have to say, still at this point, still feels very Dragon Ball. There's Goku, Vegeta, Gohan go to do that. The tournament continues. Mr. Satan stinks. The boys join the adult league by going undercover. They totally do the thing. It's like on each other's shoulders. I thought that was hilarious. Yeah. And then 18 lets Mr. Satan win for twice as much reward money. So, but just Mr. Satan stinks. He's the worst at this point. I liked the Goku fight where he has to fight like this monster. Because like every fight, every alien is just this bipedal human, right? No. He's fighting this monster. So I thought that was cool. And they fight like Satan. I gotta say, I do.
Dabura,
yeah. I do actually really like Goten and Trunks. So I think that they're really fun, and like it's fun to have kids who are just super powerful, and like they just are like they're so excited when they start talking about this wizard Bobbity. Like Trunks thinks that it's a lizard man, or like a woman lizard or something like that. and like Vidal's cool and all that. So I really like it. And then skip forward, Majin Vegeta is the next
Oh,
big one.
the best. That's like my one of my favorite things from the arc.
He gets the M, and I think they should have explained it right away. But uh, the only reason he did it is to get stronger, to fight Goku. And like I think of it as like the Horcrux, where like when they wore it, like they were meaner and angry and whatever. And that's why when he's at the world tournament, he blows all those people up. And like
he says what one of my favorite lines. Is it slavery when you get what you want?
Is it slavery when you get what you want? He's like, you will fight me.
It's so
He's like,
good.
and Goku's just like, fine. And Goku knows that they're fight and there's gonna be Boo. Okay, here's the thing.
Okay.
If they really wanted to beat up Boo, they shouldn't have listened to Dumb Supreme Kai. Should have blown up that ship first things first and let Boo out when he was weaker.
Well, they like I agree, but like they didn't know like how strong Boo was. Like to them, Boo could have been super weak because like the Kai was like Kai didn't know like their whole strength. So I don't know. I agree. Like that could have happened. I don't know. Akira Toriyama.
Because like they talk about how the Grand Kai is supposed to be stronger than Goku, and the Grand Kai makes a joke that he's out of shape, but he makes a joke that's like if he trained for 500 years, he could like train them, and like really he never could. But and then they made Supreme Kai so lame. I was like waiting for him to be good, never was. And then they start fighting Vegeta and Goku, and they're like neck and neck and even the whole time. And the only reason Vegeta wins is because he took a cheap shot, and like he wanted to go fight Boo.
He wanted to get rid of Boo. I just get over with so he can go continue his fight with Goku.
Yeah,
he can handle
dumb Saiyan pride. And then so he goes and fights Boo and loses, and he's like, okay, there's one thing I could do. And he blows himself up. I didn't even know he could do this, but he kamikazes himself and destroys Boo. And but then he like reforms and it was meaningless. Like most deaths in this show. So far, pretty good. And then Babidi starts going on about so all the Z fighters are freaking out. They're talking, should we go back in the hyperbolic time chamber? Goku's like, nah. And this whole time, while they're all like, where they think Gohan's dead, but no, Gohan's off on this planet. I like how like hopeless the Buu saga gets. Everything goes bad for so long.
Yeah.
Like all Hercule becomes the last human at the end. And so like Buu is just with Babidi and he's just chocolate eating, cake eating, everything. I love that Buu is a kid, as like a baby, he's like an infant. I think that's so funny, and like I think that's pretty cool. But like Babidi has this weird ability where he can talk to everyone, and it's like
he's a wizard.
Like there's a camera, like the way they do it. It's like there's a cameraman. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
They start talking about the fusion technique. So Goku
wants to.
So Goku, this is all taking place in one day.
Yeah.
Goku was only able to come back for one day. So I'm thinking, how are they going to do this? I knew about fusion because I read about it in the manga, but and so they go in the hyperbolic time chamber. Or no, they don't. Goku doesn't want him to go in.
Well, they do eventually go in.
They do eventually.
Yeah.
So they're learning how to do it, and Piccolo has to teach them. Piccolo doesn't want to because it's dancing, and dancing is for sissies. And so Goku goes and wants to give them more time, so he goes to fight Buu and becomes
Super Saiyan 3.
And I like how they just give it. They just say, okay, no more ascended Super Saiyan, no more just 1,
simplified
2, 3. And he goes and he fights and he still loses, man. And like it wastes all his time, so he has to go back to Otherworld. And then But and then and then they're training, right? They're doing all this stuff. There's like some weird fights where they go and they try to fight Fat Boo. They can't. Fat Boo decides to kill Bobbity at this point, right? And here's where the show did something I didn't think it could do. Hercule? It made me start liking Hercule.
Yep.
Hercule. Yep. So, okay, one, I was surprised that Hercule was willing to go up and fight him. Okay. That Hercule was willing to fight Boo. And, like, he has this bag full of, like, tricks that he's trying
to explosives and stuff.
He feeds him cyanide, like, all these explosives. But Boo thinks it's all a game. Oh, there is actually one good episode I forgot to mention. One good episode that I thought was going to be a turning point for Boo, where he meets a blind kid.
Oh, yeah.
And he thinks that the blind kid's going to be scared of him. And so it's going to be fun to kill him. But it's not fun for Boo because the blind kid is like he's not running away. It's not a game anymore. Because Boo doesn't even understand that killing is wrong. Mm-hmm. He's just doing it because that's what he was told to do. And he's a little infant, right? And so there's like the blind kid, and he doesn't end up killing the blind kid. I think eventually he had to, I guess Super Boo would have had to.
Yeah.
But Hercule and Boo start to become friends. It becomes this weird thing where Hercule is doing it just so he doesn't die. But then, like, Hercule starts to realize that Boo is just like this kid, and they start to become friends. Mm-hmm. And I like Hercule. And then, like, and then those, like, guys who, like, would totally happen. This would totally happen, too. It's like these guys just start going on this rampage, this killing rampage, where they want to, like, just, the world's ending. It's the purge. Why not? And they shoot. Oh. They shoot Pete, the dog. And Mr. Satan, like, comforts him, whatever. But Boo snaps, and he gets the evil part out of him. And then it's versus this evil, gross, gray Boo. And so they fight together. That's a cool fight. And that's a good part. But he absorbs Fat Boo.
Yeah.
And becomes pink. And then he goes and, like, kills all of the Earth. And then Goten and Trunks are just like, you know what? We're ready to fight him. And they, like, show off their energy, so he comes. And then Piccolo's like, wait, go in the hyperbolic time chamber, get a couple hours of extra training. And then one of the weirdest fights in the anime. The weirdest fight. So when they're fighting, I like when Boo shows up, and they're like, whoa, wait for them to come out. And he can't wait any longer, so Piccolo walks him in. Okay, like I was saying earlier, Piccolo is one of my favorite characters because he knows he's not going to be the strongest. Everybody who's not a Saiyan, everybody who's not Goku, knows that they're not going to be stronger than Goku. And Piccolo knows he already reached his peak. So Piccolo just becomes this smart guy, this mentor for everyone, even Goku, like in Dragon Ball and Broly. Who does he go to? He goes to Piccolo, which is kind of weird because now that I think about it, Goku taught Piccolo the fusion dance. So why did he go to Piccolo?
Well, he didn't. They went to Piccolo to, like, strategize.
Oh, okay.
Because he could sense Piccolo. No, yeah. Because, like, yeah, they need to get out of there. Back to Z.
And so Piccolo just walks him in, and they start fighting. And Piccolo stays in there because they need somebody to watch the fight and react to it. Like, it kills time, man.
And then Goten and Trunks are like...
No,
Gotenks.
Yeah.
Have the dumbest idea. Oh, because they're kids.
But it's
because they're kids.
Yeah.
But like to Piccolo's like, oh, you kids.
I know. Piccolo he's like the dad of this situation, and Piccolo is so serious all the time, and so it's just poor Piccolo. They're doing this dumb fight where they planned out all these, like, stupid cool moves that they want to do.
It's like, we'll pretend to be weak and then get him.
And Piccolo destroys it. Oh my gosh. the weird ghost thing that attack that they have, which makes no sense. But I'm like,
hey, Dragon Ball Z.
And
Super
that's
Ghost
fun.
Kamikaze attack.
Yeah. But see, that's Dragon Ball Z, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to explain the moves. Naruto goes in and it like explains all the moves and how they learn it and how they do it, which I think is cool. But Dragon Ball Z,
it's different.
Yeah, he could do it. Just accept it. Yeah. You know, like Avatar, they have to like plan out like Harry Potter, where there's like a reason behind all of their stuff. Full Metal Alchemist kind of mostly sticks to it, where there has to be a reason for every attack. Not Dragon Ball Z. They just do whatever they want.
Yeah.
And then they like have to scream their way out because, well, Boo did
that's what Boo does. Yeah, because he's like super angry. He just starts screaming, and that's what opens like.
Who won Game of the Year, guys? It wasn't Animal Crossing. I really wanted it to be Last of Us 2, obviously. They scream their way out.
Yeah.
Krillin does a good thing. He sacrifices himself for everyone. He's like, granted they all get eaten anyways, but he's like, I'm gonna like give you all time to run. Krillin is still one of my favorite, if not my favorite character.
He's one of the best.
He's just friends with everyone, and like he does dumb stuff, and he named his kid after his ex-girlfriend. And you know why? I thought they were never gonna mention it, but him and Master Roshi mention his ex-girlfriend Marin after he already had the kid. Straight up. I was like, are you kidding me? I thought this was like a dumb coincidence or like a Toriyama thing where they forget about launch for the whole show. Like, no. That was intentional and makes the joke funnier. But like, stupid Krillin. So good.
Dragon Ball Z.
So, okay. So and then there's more fights. Does Vegeta actually fight Super? No.
So Vegeta's dead at this point. Okay. He's dead.
Gohan's training this whole time with the Z sword.
Yeah, because the Kai's saying the Z sword is going to solve all their problems.
And I was like, cool. Trunks had a sword. He barely got to use it.
Yeah, it broke against Android DT.
He barely got to use it. So it'll be cool for them to fight, other than just with their fist. Like, it's going to be so cool to have a sword.
And then...
and the sword broke.
The all-powerful Z sword
came out of it.
Oh, okay.
And of course he's old, so he's also a pervert. And then I have to watch this where he's like training him. It's fun that Goku shows up and hangs out with them. But like the Z sword breaks and like this old guy comes out and like again Gohan gets his power like raised, his
awaken your powers.
Yeah, it's what she already had done to him,
but not by the old Kai, not by the old Supreme Kai.
And so then Gohan goes to fight
Super
Boo. Okay, here's something that really bothers me about this fight.
Okay.
They never say that Gohan's potential is only boosted when he's in his base form. But he stays in his base form the entire fight.
So, but no, what happened was old Kai says...
He never goes... does he?
Old Kai says the way to activate it is by going Super Saiyan. So Gohan like went Super Saiyan, but instead of going Super Saiyan, it activated his Mystic / Ultimate form, yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, so that's like, yeah.
Because the whole time I'm like, this is so dumb.
He should be
Why
Super
is he
Saiyan?
Not going Super Saiyan?
No, he basically is, but like not. It's weird.
But it's like cool. Super Saiyan God when like they look normal, or Super Saiyan Red.
Yeah. Whatever. But like I think it's cool. But yeah, that's basically it's stronger than Super Saiyan. Like he.
And then they just all of them get absorbed.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Goten, Trunks, and Piccolo, and then
Gohan. And then Gohan.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. You could cut all this out.
Pretty much, yeah.
All filler. Super Boo is bad. Super Boo is filler.
Action figures.
Go Tanks is kind of fun. I'll give you that. But everything else, you could cut it out and it would not change my opinion on the Buu. I don't think that it helps the Buu saga at all.
No.
I think it's kind of just bland. It's another Dragon Ball Z fight, and like it doesn't really add much to it, you know? Like I think fighting with Buu gets a little more interesting. Buu's able to do more stuff. He's got his like they bring back the tail thing, like what Frieza was able to do with his tail, but with his head, and like they're able to do more stuff. And
well, thanks, Christine.
But honestly, you cut all of that out and just have one episode where Buu absorbs everyone, and like you cut out 20 episodes.
You could.
Because then it gets interesting when who shows up. So what a coincidence! Goku and Vegeta show up at the same time.
Well,
Use the Patari. Okay.
You didn't know Goku was gonna come back because they thought Gohan could handle it, but like no, he can't because Gohan's kind of he's getting cocky because he has this new power. He's like he thinks he can handle it. Same thing with Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah, none of the guys have ever had faith.
So then they tell Goku about the Patara earrings and like about another fusion way. And so then Old Kai gives Goku his life. Pretty awesome. Goku goes back. He doesn't know Vegeta's going to be there at all. So he's trying to like fuse with Gohan, and Gohan can't catch an earring. That messes everything. And then Gohan gets absorbed, and then he's like, "Should I fuse with Hercule Satan?"
Oh yeah.
Well, would that even help?
Which again, at this point,
he's so easy.
I like him because like he's got when Super Buu first saw him, he's like, okay, I'm not gonna fight you. When Evil Buu first saw him, he's like, I'm gonna let you be, and like he's just there because of bad circumstances. He's not there because he really wants to. He starts like shooting Buu with Super Buu with a gun and like stuff like that. Christian can't contribute to this conversation. Well, try.
Yeah, you should watch the Blu-ray.
And like, so poor Hercule. Yeah, he's like, do I have to trade with Hercule? Do I have to fuse with him?
Yeah, but then Vegeta shows up.
He senses his power.
But Vegeta wants nothing to do with Goku.
Yeah, no, they're still just frenemies at this point.
Because Vegeta's pride has been hurt because Goku didn't go all out in their fight.
Yes, because he learned about Super Saiyan 3 and he's like, he gets upset because Goku didn't go all out. Yeah, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also, I mean, Vegeta took like powers from some evil space wizard to get stronger.
Yeah.
So Vegeta wasn't even fighting there.
Yeah, that's why I like a lot of like the dialogue between Goku and Vegeta, their fight with Majin and Vegeta, saying like how he wanted to be how he was before all of this. You want to go back to like how he was. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, then they do eventually like decide to fuse together.
Again, you could. I like this part. I like Vegito.
Vegito is awesome.
You could cut it out and it wouldn't change anything though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, it would not change my opinion of that.
Action figures.
Yeah, probably. Merchandising.
There's a lot of merchandising. Yeah. I think they're on the fusion train.
They go,
and like they want to fuse. They want the fuse.
Fusion again. Dragon Ball Z feels very video gamey. Fusion feels kind of like a video game mechanic almost.
Yeah.
I don't know why do they do fusion a lot in Super? Probably not.
No.
Yeah. Okay. It's just this one thing that they do for this.
Yeah. It was like the new thing that they wanted to keep doing. And it's like, who doesn't want to see Goku and Vegeta fuse? But Vegeta, wouldn't want to do the dance because he's Vegeta. But then Dragon Ball Super Broly.
But no, Colin, they'd use the Patari, they're gonna fuse forever.
Permanently.
For some reason, they get out when they're inside Buu. Buu eats them. They become the world. Okay. Again, Dragon Ball Z is not a show that wants to make sense.
Super candy.
Why on earth they keep their powers? They say it in one line. Well, I guess we're so strong we get to keep our powers when we're candy. That's what they say.
It makes no sense.
It's like, okay. Again, it's a fun fight.
Yeah,
it's a fun fight.
This is episode 257, The Incredible Fighting Candy.
Yeah, right?
257.
When are we When we are candy, yeah. Not us, but Vegito.
Yeah.
When he became candy.
Vegito.
And then he's just like, okay. And I like his reason. He's like, do you want to fight me as a candy? I'll still beat you.
Right. He
I'm just
can't
going
hit
to
him.
be
He's so
harder
small.
to
You
hit.
can't hit him.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. And then they plan to be absorbed, which is pretty cool. Like, you don't think they plan to do it.
Yeah. That was kind of interesting. That was kind of good.
Because they know they have to get their friends out of them before they kill him.
How they know that? I don't know.
Akira Toriyama knew that.
They knew that they weren't dead, I guess.
Plot
but
convenience.
Yeah. And then they cut off Fat Boo too.
Mm-hmm.
That comes in later.
That comes like when they get their friends, but yeah.
I guess, but yeah. And so then turns out Fat Boo and Super Boo made Boo weaker because like base form Boo is stronger than these. There's a whole backstory with the Kais when like Boo was fighting with the Kais and he absorbed some fat Kai and he became Fat Boo. And that actually weakened him because he was taking the power of somebody who was weaker than him.
It's really cool.
So I guess it makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I think Super Boo is when he's at his strongest, but Kid Boo, like, you know, the one that they get to, is like more dangerous. Like he's less tamed.
Sure.
Also strong still.
Best part of the show.
Kid Boo?
I'm gonna say it.
Kid Boo?
I'm gonna say Kid Boo is the best part of the show. It is the most Dragon Ball Super Broly feeling I got from the show.
Nice.
Kamisha can attest to this. I was, this is the most I squealed, where I was like, yeah, where I cheered for them and I got excited.
Are you talking about their fight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And when
we're not there yet though.
Okay, where are we? Take me back.
So this is like when they get out and they're people popcorn. And so then Kid Boo, like, just destroys the planet. And and they can't save their kids in time. They can't save Gohan and like all them. So they let them die. They save Hercule. They save Hercule and Dende.
Dende was a good save.
Yeah, so they can use the Dragon Balls.
If you have to save your kids or the guy who can bring your dead kids back to life, you save the guy who can bring your dead kids back to life.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, so they save him and Hercule.
is next to Dende.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they've been together for a bit.
Yeah, and so then they go to the planet of the Kais because Earth is destroyed.
Earth is just gone.
And this whole time, again, all the Kais are just watching, and then somehow Hercule ends up where Vegeta and Goku are, but Dende ends up with the Kais in the safe spot. I like the music in the Buu Saga and Kai.
Okay, but it's good. It's good. I like Dragon Ball Z music.
This is okay. Oh man, the Buu Saga is so fan servicey too. I love it. So now we're started. Kid Buu just and they're doing rock paper scissors to see who gets to fight first, and Goku gets to go first, and Vegeta's like sitting back and watching. And what does Vegeta think? He has this whole like inner monologue.
Oh, love it.
Where he's just like accepts that
Goku's the strongest.
He's not even gonna fight Buu because Goku is stronger than him, and he's like respects Goku, and he takes that chip off his shoulder, and it's the first time that Goku and Vegeta are like actually friends, and it's so good. Vegeta is just like, hey, when I first got here, you were this arrogant trash who I should have been able to stomp. You are Saiyan trash, lowly warrior class, and I am a Saiyan prince, and I have Saiyan pride, and I should have been able to beat you. But every time I thought I was stronger than you, you came back, and no longer do I hold that against you. I respect you for it. And because of our Saiyan pride, I'm going to let you fight Buu. I'm not even going to step in. And that's when I understood what Saiyan pride was. And it's like, Saiyan pride does not come before protecting your friends and protecting your loved ones. But Saiyan pride is all about the thrill of the fight and respecting your opponent. and like that's what he learned, and I'm like, yes. And then
So good.
and then Goku also starts. He never says Saiyan pride, but he definitely has it too.
Oh
So
yeah.
this whole time, by the way, I want to say this: Goku has he's kind of different in this arc than in the previous arcs. He's become like funnier, I
I can
guess.
see that.
He's he almost like makes dad jokes and like he definitely like he's more lighthearted and he's so serious when he fights Frieza. When he fights Frieza, he's so serious. And like he it feels like he's like no matter what happens, things are gonna turn out okay. And like even if they don't, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna find some solution. So he doesn't get worried when he goes to fight. And so he's this different guy. And he even talks about again, he talks about how he could have beaten Fat Boo when he was Super Saiyan
But
3,
he didn't.
but he chose not to because he wanted to prepare the next generation. He wanted to get them ready and he wanted them to have their Saiyan pride and them to have their challenge, right? It's like this rite of passage.
Yeah.
It's like this we are going to fight so that we can prove how strong we are. And it's this rite of passage that these Saiyans have is so cool. And I just like, and it's like, I wasn't mad. I was like, Goku, you could have saved all these people. But Goku's like Dragon Balls. What do I have to care about? Like, he's like, yeah, he doesn't like that all of them are dying. But he's like, it's not for me to defeat him. It's for them to.
Yeah, because he was like dead at that time, so like it wasn't like his fight. Like
yeah, it wasn't his fight. He was preparing them for his fight. Now that he's alive again and Earth is destroyed, it's his fight. And like he's beating him and he's fighting Boo and he's like running low on energy. And Vegeta's like, Goku, I know that I was supposed to have round 2. I don't want it anymore. Just take him out. And Goku stops and he looks at Vegeta and he goes, Vegeta, I've been holding back this whole time so that you would have a chance to fight him. And it's like, wait, what? You could have already beaten Kid Buu. He could have already beaten him, but he didn't. And he like held back so that Vegeta would have a turn. And then he's like, I'm too tired now. And he's like, Vegeta's like, you idiot, what are you talking
about? Well,
because
he thought he could go Super Saiyan 3 like he could before.
Yeah.
But then he realized like that he can only do that because like he had like a dead body, like or like his like real life body couldn't handle the strain of Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah. You want to talk about me cheering while watching the show? Vegeta stepping up for 1 minute. I was like, that is so cool. I was like brushing my teeth watching the show. I'm like, that is so cool. That is so cool. That is so cool. And like, Kamisha's like, you are so lame. Shut up. And I'm like, she's thinking that right now because this is going on for way too long and she wants me to be done, but I don't care. This is so much fun.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
And I'm just like, this is so cool. 1 minute. And Vegeta's getting his butt kicked. And like, he is being destroyed. And he's fighting. And he's like, I'll come in and save you. He's like, no, you get ready to fight. And like he goes past 1 minute, whatever. And then you want to talk about something this show I didn't think they could make me do, but they made me like Hercule because Hercule runs in and he's like, I'm the world champion. I could beat this guy. I could punch him with my Megaton punch. And he starts fighting Boo. And like, of course he gets his butt kicked and he should have died, but he's not. And this is so good. That's my favorite part. and Hercule starts fighting him.
Oh man,
it's so good. And okay, wait, hold on. And while all this is happening, you know how the show loves to have people watching. So you have the Kais and all of the good people watching, and then you have this weird thing. This happened a couple episodes ago, like 10 episodes ago with Super Boo. But there's like who's dead? Like Bulma, Chi-Chi, and Elle are like ghosts heaven. Talking, and Deborah's talking.
Yeah.
It's so weird. They're like ghosts.
Yeah.
But then you have all the bad guys from the show are watching this fight too. You got Frieza, you got the Ginyu Force, you got Cell, you got
and they're all cheering for Boo.
Cell's dead, and you got Bobby's there. even the two demons.
Yeah.
When Goku fell off
Snake Way.
Even the two demons were there. And it's like, are you kidding me? I thought that was a funny callback.
But where's Launch?
Where's Launch? He calls back to that, but not Launch.
Come on, consistency.
And I thought that was fun that it called back to them, and it just made it like, and even King Gemma is like watching it on his flat screen TV like it's a pay-per-view fight. And so it took this thing that I didn't really like, and I did actually kind of like all of them watching. I thought it was really fun.
Yeah, it was cool.
It made it this worldwide event, because something that I think Dragon Ball Z doesn't do good that other shows do is stakes. And what I mean is, you can only save the world so many times to where it's not interesting anymore.
Yeah.
When you have Iron Man versus Captain America fighting for the sake of Avengers, like, that's interesting. When you're fighting Ultron after you've already saved the world 6 times, not as interesting. And so, like, this, when they're like, okay, if you can't beat me, I'm gonna destroy the world. It's just like, okay. But this made it feel like it was pretty good. Like, at least it made the fight good. Again, I don't care. I know the Earth is gonna come back. I don't really care that the Earth was destroyed.
Like with Boo, like, he's just gonna go on a rampage and destroy every single planet. Like on his way to the Kai world, he already destroyed a few planets. Like, but that fast. Like,
no, I don't. The stakes aren't good. When you
I agree. Like, I agree. In Dragon Ball Z, the stakes are like not the best.
When Naruto is fighting, or when Naruto's going after Sasuke, his best friend, who he's scared for his best friend because he thinks that his best friend is turning to the dark side, basically, and you have this gauntlet of, you have to fight these 4 bodyguards first, and each one of them steps up to fight so that Naruto can push past and get to it and hopefully save his friend.
Choji.
I care way more about that than we have to fight Super Boo so that he doesn't destroy the Earth. I don't care if he destroys the Earth.
The Dragon Balls, that's what I mean, like, this Dragon Balls like lower the stakes a lot.
That's what I mean about stakes.
And
so this did make it pretty good. And so I have to say, this was also it was a really cool fight, because they do a lot of really fun stuff with Boo. They animate him way differently than any other fight. He's like, he can move around like this. He like sticks his foot in the ground and it pops up somewhere else. He has like really stretchy limbs and stuff. It's really fun. I don't like that Boo has the exact same gimmick that Cell does, though.
Regeneration?
Yes.
Yeah.
It has to be a big enough blast to disintegrate him completely. It's like, well, you already did that.
Yeah.
In the Cell saga. So I thought that was kind of lame. Yeah. I wish that they'd come up with something different than that. But man, the fight is so good, and the fight is so interesting because they're able to do all these different. It's the first time that I felt like fighting a bipedal person was actually different. It reminded me almost of like the Titan fight, how that's the best fight in any superhero movie. When they're fighting Thanos on Titan.
Okay.
Infinity War.
That's a cool fight.
So good. But it's good. It's good.
So we get to the Spirit Bomb part?
And then, so Goku gets his 1 minute, and he still didn't help.
He's trying to charge because didn't
help.
Yeah.
And so Dende is like, dude, what if I go there and help him and heal him? And and I'm like, just like the Cell Saga, somebody's gonna go and help him, so it's not just them fighting. And then old Kai says, don't do that. And then they don't do it. And I'm like, well, that's sucked. That was dumb. But he has to do it. Vegeta's like, I have an idea. And Vegeta was smart, and he does a spirit bomb. And they resurrect the Earth, and they get everyone. And this is the reason that Hercule is still there, because they won't listen to Vegeta. They listened a little bit to Goku. And then one of the coolest things in Dragon Ball Z, okay?
I think I know what this is. I think I know what it is.
When Goku calls to the Earth, some people recognized his voice. And so it shows like some of the Z fighters who are alive, and then it shows the Native American people from Dragon Ball.
Oh
I forget their
yeah.
names. Like
Yeah.
Poe or
Yeah.
Boo.
Oppa. 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 Yeah.
Opa. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it shows other people, but then it shows Ader.
Ader is the.
And I was like, yeah. And like they all aged up too. And I thought that was so cool. Um, and I thought that was awesome that they showed Ader and
Good
all
like
those.
sense of like finality, like and like
Yes,
bring it all together.
it's such a finale. It is so fan servicey, and I shouldn't like it because of how fan servicey it is, but I
It's
loved it,
good
man.
fan service.
It was good fan service. Here's one thing: when Goku did the Spirit Bomb versus Frieza,
Yes.
he pulled power from the whole galaxy. No,
Yeah.
I think he even says like the whole universe.
He got it from like the like plants and stuff, like the plants.
He never says that. It shows plants, I guess. But he gets it from the whole galaxy. And then it's like, okay, now that just the Earth is going to be good enough.
Yeah,
Like,
I
wow,
guess. Yeah, that's weird.
But I was thinking about it, like, just all the power from the Z fighters would be way more. It shows Tien. Okay, it shows Tien, who hasn't like really been in the Buu Saga at all, and like he was in the Buu Saga once.
He had a fight with Super Buu, right?
He shows up to fight Super Buu for a little bit and then gets absorbed, or he doesn't even get absorbed, but then he like retreats and he like basically he buys a little bit of time and then retreats. Mm-hmm. But like this whole time he's been like training on his own and he has this new outfit.
Yeah, it's pretty
and
cool.
He looks so cool. I'm like, what has he been doing this? And of course, Hercule is there to talk to Earth, and I think that was so cool. It was a good way to bring Hercule in and to actually make him relevant to fighting Buu. I don't know how they did it, dude. Hercule became like one of my favorite characters. I hated him so much, and he became so cool.
I think a lot of his posse was a reason for hating him too in the Cell Saga. The community should ask, is Hercule really one of your favorites? So everyone, Dragon Ball Z is awesome, and you guys should all watch it. It is so good. I'm sorry to think. Dragon Ball Z is so good. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z. Naruto's good and all, but Dragon Ball Z. Watch MD's. MD, is it like modern? I don't know. The one, is that the link you sent me, Joseph? Now Nathaniel's left the screen. He's gone. He's probably gonna go rewatch Dragon Ball Z again for like the second time. Nathaniel, good luck watching it again. It's a great show. But yeah, so yeah, I guess I'll continue where he left off. So yeah, Goku's doing the Spirit Bomb. Hercule Satan is like telling everyone, give him your energy, listen, and everyone's listening to him because they all worship him because he's the martial arts champion. Oh, you see me Fog killed the 5 elements. Okay, so yeah, they're all listening to Hercule because he's the champion. So then they get the Spirit Bomb, but then Goku launches the Spirit Bomb at Kid Buu, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Kid Buu starts to push back on the Spirit Bomb and launch it back at Goku. And Goku, he's tired at this point. And so then Goku, I feel bad not being here with the thing, so I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go be right back. I apologize. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. So I don't know where Nathaniel went. I think he went to go talk to Kamisha or something. I don't know. Maybe there's something going on dangerous. Maybe they're getting robbed right now. I have no idea. Door opening camp. No, I want to go feed the cats. So we're talking about Dragon Ball. I want to wait for Nathaniel. He is a first time Dragon Ball Z fan. He is a first time Dragon Ball Z fan. And this is Dragon Ball Z discussion. I want to wait for him because he has not watched it in a long time. This is his first time ever finishing the show. I'm very excited. And after you listen, I want to rewatch the show again. I want to rewatch it. Bro, I have watched Kai 3D. Yeah, here's the thing, Justin. Here's the thing. That's Kai. That's Kai. That's the coward's way out. Take the long road. Take the hard and difficult road and watch Dragon Ball Z all the way through. That's passion. That is grit. That is determination and perseverance. That is true and loyalty to a great series. Well, Dragon Ball Z Kai, sure, it could be good in some aspects, a little bit, maybe better than Dragon Ball Z. Everyone loves it, but Justin, you don't truly know how good something can be until you watch it in its entirety in the way it was first created. It's beautiful. It's glorious. It's wonderful. It's the best. Here, we should all watch Fog of the Five Elements and discuss it next week. It's only 3 episodes. Only 3 episodes. Okay, Kai is what Z was supposed to be. Yes, Kai may have been what Z was supposed to be, but that's not what was needed. Hello, is everyone okay?
Yes, you need my help with something.
Okay, cool. Okay. I was sorry to talk about how Goku was doing the spirit bomb, but then I felt bad, because you weren't part of it, so I stopped. And
Goku starts doing the spirit bomb. Right?
Doing the spirit bomb.
It takes a couple episodes, but that's okay. It's like not as but it's like this is what you're building up for.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a really cool line by basically he says it's not my power, it's all of the earth, and there's no way that we're gonna lose. We're fighting for our planet. It was a cool line. And then he just throws it at Boo and Boo dies.
Whoa, okay. No. So he throws it at Boo, then Boo tries to push it back at him.
I forgot about this.
Forgot about this.
This whole time, not just Vegeta didn't just buy him time. Hercule just didn't buy him time. Majin Buu comes back.
Majin Buu also bought him time.
And Hercule is all excited and he pushes Hercule away. He's like, "No, I'm gonna go fight him." And so that was really cool. That was really, really cool. And then in order for him to do this, instead they didn't come. They used the last wish. So it was bring back Earth, all its inhabitants, and to give Goku his power back.
Mm-hmm.
And that gave him enough boost to
go Super Saiyan.
Blow it at him.
Got his cool fingers doing this.
Yeah, he had this salute. Yeah.
So cool. I hope to see you again in a better, in a good lifetime, Boo. Hope you get brought back as a good person.
So good.
So good. And then Boo gets destroyed.
And then the show's it's done. They keep Majin Buu, and they're like, "Hey, this guy's different. That was the bad version of Buu. This is the good version of Buu. We're gonna hide him, and then once we can forget everyone's memory gets forgotten, he'll come back out." And he's just lives with Hercule and hangs out with him and does his own thing. There's a part of an episode where he's just walking around and he gets a bunch of ice cream and stops crying, and there's a time skip.
There's a time skip.
I didn't think there was going to be a time skip. So, Trunks shows up, and he looks like future Trunks. Goten looks kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It looks kind of weird. And I like that there's a 10-year time skip, and I really like it. And, Goten's been kind of training, kind of not. Gohan has become, a
scholar.
He's been studying. He's a professor. I don't know what he is, but He has a kid now. He has Pan. I love like when she's hanging out with Grandpa Goku. There's a scene where Goku like looks back to when he was a kid and sees Grandpa Gohan taking care of him again. That was really sweet. Oh, when there's an episode where he's like watching eggs. These eggs hatch.
Oh yeah, that was before the time skip.
Yeah, before the time skip. And everybody's at a party and he's like reminiscing about Grandpa Gohan. I'm like, yay, one more chance to see Grandpa Gohan. And then of course the show ends how it should, with the tournament.
With the tournament.
And like there's only one fight and before Goku's fight. And I like how they set this up, and it's the Pan fight, so you could see Pan fight. But there's one thing I didn't like. It didn't show this at all until it panned to the audience, to the cheering section. And while cheering for Pan's fight, Vegeta has another kid. Vegeta has a daughter.
Yeah, Bola. Yeah.
Vegeta doesn't make Bola fight? His whole thing with Trunks is you have to be better than Gohan or Goten. If you're not better than Goten, you're a disgrace. And he's not making Bola fight in the world tournament while little Pan is? Come on. Come on.
After like the Buu saga, he became more of a family man, or more family man-esque, to where like he wouldn't force Bola to fight.
Force her to fight. But it was so good. It was just a couple episodes of just nice hanging out. It's like, I'm glad there was a couple episodes before the last one, before the tournament, where they could just be together and hang out. And I'm wondering how Dragon Ball Super does it. They have to end 5 years before, because there's a line where it's like, we haven't seen you in 5 years.
Yeah.
And then he fights Oob. And I knew about this. I knew reading this in the manga. And I was looking forward to this. And I like how he's like, your mom stinks and your dad's a bedwetter. And he's like it's like, if he can't relax in the fight, he has to do it.
Getting angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's so nice. It's just a nice little thing. And then, all right, hey guys, I'm leaving. Sorry, family. I'm gonna go hang out with this kid. And so it makes me so curious what GT is like, because it's such a good ending. It's such a Goku ending. And so and that's how Akira Toriyama wanted to end it, right?
I think that's where I did it. I think, yeah.
He didn't do GT, right?
No, he created like some stuff for it, like Super Saiyan 4. Like he created like models and like characters and stuff, but yeah, he didn't like create the story.
And he made Super because he didn't like GT, basically.
He made. I think he made Super because like he made the movies, and I think he just wanted to. I think they wanted him to they wanted Dragon Ball to continue, so they got Akira Toriyama to do it, along with another writer called Toritoro. So they're both working on it.
Kind of bums me out that there wasn't 10 years of peace, though.
Yeah.
I kind of wish there was. Overall, way better than I thought it was gonna be. And maybe it was just the Buu saga.
I love the Buu saga.
And so why do people not like it?
Honestly, Justin does Nate. The last 10 episodes of Super are like the best. Oh, Super. So people don't like Buu saga. I think a lot because it's Subaru filler, like how long the time of it, like time span. I think also like how silly it gets sometimes.
I love it. I love it being silly. Dragon Ball vibes.
Justin, what are some other reasons? I'm gonna Google it because like I love the Buu saga. I think it's great.
So, Justin, you want to know? So okay, my biggest gripes with the show. They kind of fix the only Goku can win fights, but there's a lot of that. The fights go on for a long time, and sometimes they're very samey. You got the fast fights, you got the ki blasts, and that gets repetitive. They do that a lot. The stakes, you can only save the world so many times before it's not as exciting. Having somebody watch the fight every single time and like taking forever to do something. Those are my 5 big probably issues off the top of my head. But you know what? I think that by the end of the show, you get so engrossed in the characters and the characters like become like a part of you. You're a part. You feel like you're a part of the Z Fighters. You're rooting for the characters overall, and it just ends up being so heartwarming of a show. It it goes from just a show where we're fighting dumb people to a show where hey, family matters, friendships are important, bonds are cool, and it's like granted that's all of Naruto. Naruto starts off that way, and that's why Justin, I'd probably say that Naruto is still a better show, but Dragon Ball Z is super good
It
anime.
is super
One of my
good.
is top tier anime, and I'm nervous.
Why?
I'm don't I have my expectations for Super.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Okay, so Justin says it seems like I had a lack of direction.
Okay.
The kids becoming Super Saiyan so easy, and
Yeah.
there really wasn't a mind blowing moment like Goku going Super Saiyan or Gohan's Kamehameha.
Super Saiyan 3.
Super Saiyan 3,
Cool.
Fusion, Gogeta,
Dude,
just
Majin Vegeta killing people.
The Hercule becoming important, becoming likable. There's some good stuff in there, man. I don't mind the kids becoming Super Saiyan so easy. Like
Super Saiyan Bargain too.
Super Saiyan, like Goku had no one to learn from. Like, and the kids at least did. You know, they had good trainers. They could learn better. I say Naruto is slightly better in the fights. How many times in Naruto do they go? Tell me how many times. Tell me.
Like maybe never.
Never, Colin. Not once. The fights are better.
Yeah, but how many times in Naruto do they use substitute jutsu? You gotta attack hitting them.
Not as much as you think, Colin. How many times do they go?
It happened like
shing, shing, shing to get out of the fight, to get out of getting hit.
But like in like the first like fight.
How many times does somebody die in Naruto? How many times does somebody die in Naruto and come back?
Like I'm like once every episode, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. But like when everyone
every fight they broke their face, you know what I'm talking about.
Whenever like I was like watching like the first like fight like on the bridge or whatever, like Zabuza or whatever, like he's like his water jutsu, like almost every time like something cool is gonna happen, substitute jutsu. It's just a way of getting out of it. Like it's gonna hit, it's gonna work.
No. But Colin, you're not thinking about it in Naruto. Okay, in Naruto, they are not the strongest people in the universe.
No.
The first episode of Dragon Ball, Goku's already like the strongest person in the world, basically. These are 3 kids, straight up kids, who've taken, 3 fighting lessons in their lives. And they're having to fight for their lives. So yeah, dude, Zabuza is gonna kick their butts because he has literally killed hundreds of people and is a way better ninja than them.
I was talking about Kakashi versus Zabuza.
Dude, in Naruto, you watch the kids grow, but you also do a Dragon Ball Z, and I think you watch their family grow, and I think that's what's really cool.
Hey, this is a Dragon Ball Z discussion, guys. Not a Naruto.
Dragon has better characters and overall. Yes and no. Yes and no. It's Dragon Ball Z. You ready? Fast and Furious of anime.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z is the Fast and Furious of anime. They take it way over the top. It's way too serious for how it should be. It's all about family, and they keep coming out with more. It's never going to stop. Dragon Ball Z.
Nathaniel, tell me, whenever you watched Naruto, did you ever get like so excited you squealed and all and cheered? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I was wondering. Yeah. I don't know.
I never cried once in Dragon Ball Z.
You haven't seen the history of
Trunks? They all have similar backgrounds.
You haven't seen the history of Trunks? Did you watch the history of Trunks special?
I was going to, but then I just kept watching Dragon Ball Z.
It's part of Dragon Ball Z.
Filler.
No, it fits in pretty good. It's really good.
Yeah, right, Justin? You chipped multiple times in Naruto.
So you're saying you're nervous for Super?
I am. I'm nervous because I want them to correct all these issues, and I want them to have better fights, and I want them to have better stakes,
Okay.
and all this stuff. I don't think that they will. How many times do they go like this, Colin?
Oh, a
How many
lot.
times?
A lot.
They should never do it. Not once.
It's Dragon Ball.
They never do that in Super Broly.
That's a movie. It's different from a TV show.
It's called excuses.
It's a movie. They put more work into a movie.
Naruto's obnoxiousness. Yeah, but you could say Vegeta's obnoxious. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Vegeta, Master Roshi, Krillin. They all have obnoxious moments.
Gohan when he's Super Saiyan 2 and Mystic. Or Ultimate, whatever it's called. Ultimate Gohan.
Well, we're talking like Naruto defacing property and going all sexy jutsu.
Oh, I thought it was like.
I think what he means.
I thought he meant obnoxious, like doesn't like realize like.
They compare Super to Z, but how am I not supposed to compare Super to Z? Like, I mean, I'll give it a shot. Okay. Colin,
Okay.
any last questions you have for me?
I should have wrote some questions down. What's your least favorite, I guess, saga? I already know it. You're just Android Saga.
Android Saga and Snake Way.
Yeah.
Android Sagas.
Favorite character.
Cut it out.
I guess.
Dude.
Favorite character.
Probably still Krillin, but also Goku gets so good. Like all of them. All of them get so good.
Right,
they get just the right amount of screen time. Sexy Jutsu is a cheer moment. They get just the premise of Naruto seems cliche, a kid wanting to be the best. Sure. But like he has a good reason to it. When Ash Ketchum wants to be the very best, he doesn't have a good reason for it. But Naruto's reason for it is he doesn't want to be the very best because he wants the power or because he wants to be able to beat everybody up. It's because he wants people to like him.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's really good.
Oh, it's a good motivation.
Yeah. All right. Any last question? Does anyone in the chat have any questions for Nathaniel?
Also,
I guess about Dragon Ball.
This is your one time, Joseph. I know you've been dropping stuff in the chat this whole time, but I've been focusing on calling this conversation. One anime. Pick a short one for me. I want one short anime to watch right now.
He was talking about one that's only 3 episodes.
Is it time to watch the Chinese one? I'll watch it tonight. Or is it time to watch a different one? Joseph, you get one anime recommendation. Kamisha says Bola Defo.
Important characters in Naruto are developed really well. Yeah.
So good. But Justin, even by the end of the show, some of the like characters like Shikamaru and Shoji and Neji joining Naruto for that fight, it's like, why the heck are they the ones who joined Naruto? Like, it just happens. So, how many episodes is Fog Hill? Is that the 3 episode one?
Yeah.
Because I'll watch both. If you send me a way to watch them, if it's on Funimation, Hulu, Netflix, or YouTube, I'll watch them.
Wait, Justin, I have a question about Naruto Shippuden because I haven't finished it. I think you probably have. Do they do good with Rock Lee? I need to know. He's my favorite Naruto character.
Dude, Rock Lee has they're in the beginning of Shippuden, and then I never saw them again.
No, that was the last time when I was watching. That was the last time I ever saw him in Shippuden.
Yeah. Did you watch all the English on Hulu?
I think so. Then I watched some on the website.
Rock Lee has a very good filler episode. Sweet.
Okay. That's okay. Because he was my favorite from Naruto.
This went on for a very long time.
What time is it? 9:53. Oh my goodness.
I need to get going.
All right.
And I got work in the morning.
Yeah, work.
I do actually. You don't.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to call him tomorrow.
So.
All right. Rock Lee has okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Nathaniel, for finally watching Dragon Ball Z and understanding why we love it so much.
Dude, I got the moments. I got Frieza. I liked Frieza. I liked those moments. But Cell turning into Boo is when I got the show. Boo is when I understood what Dragon Ball Z was all about. I don't think I have it in me to ever go back and rewatch it, the whole show.
One day you will.
5 years maybe.
Yeah. Long time.
But
now you can watch GT.
Dragon Ball Z is Fast and Furious.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night. See ya.